B-A-N-A-N-A-S, this ish is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S, few times I've been round that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that, cause I ain't no holler back girl. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 VeVe OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, before I get to some crazy pumps that have been happening in VeVe, let us talk about the Earth 2 Summit. Thank you guys for 10 likes already. That was a fantastic start of the video. Not even a video in. Not even a minute in. So, in the summer of next year, July 16th of 2022, we're going to be able to have an Earth 2 Summit. It'll be me, it'll be Ari Realty, it'll be Snoke Show, pretty much all the guys from, all the fans, a lot of the fans of Guidebook Gaming. I'm not sure if Nameless or King Tech Ops will be there themselves. Not sure if they've confirmed yet, but a lot of people are going to be there. I am going to be starring in a charity boxing match. Again, this is almost a year away, so I have plenty of time to cut a lot of weight to do that. For those of you that can't be there, don't worry. We will be doing probably a 24-hour live stream or whatever live stream. We live stream stuff, hanging in virtual reality if we can at that time. Oh, wow, guys, thank you for 20 likes. That means the world. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty fun. And in other words, yeah, I'm fully expect to have a... At that point, again, this is going to be a play-to-earn game. It's going to be a crypto. I fully expect all of Phase 2 to be completely fleshed out by that point. Like I said, I'm very excited. Okay, this morning on the stream, we had Catwoman completely sell out. Like 100, like 1,000 were bought like on the stream. It was insane. And I was gonna try to go to on stream early, but like 3 people would have seen it. Where Batgirl. She just sold out, like literally not even 20 minutes ago. About 15 minutes ago, she sold out. And I got one. Well, I had one, then I got another one, so I had 2. Now the most recent thing that I don't know what this is. I think it's just the VeVe machine. I've said this before. There have been a couple people that have been trying to say like, hey, guy, listen, guy, you want to make a video on what you think is like your NFTs that you bought have clearly jumped up a lot. Can you make a video on what you think the most undervalued NFTs? Like, and I've looked at all that. I've watched many of like Butt Thompson's and the Rebel Ducks videos, all that, like just trying to piece together the best way to go about it. Just the data that I see, even stuff that's not even on there. Just things that, like there were 2 luckies before, this morning, or not this morning, this afternoon. See how the floor is 3,500? One of them was on there for 2,900. I was like, I gotta get it. And getting the gems, and then suddenly, as I'm refreshing, just to make sure it's still there, it was bought. And this is why I hate the fact that we're only allowed to put 350 gems, at least for Android users, at once. I get like a little more than halfway there, and then it was bought up. Like, oh, you kidding me? You kidding me? So I was very, very salty. And then another one came up at like 3,200, 3,300. So I bought that one. I bought that one. So I do have a lucky now. I was not letting that one get bought up. So that one I thought was pretty undervalued. But anyway, that, and then there was a hymn that was put out for 8,500. That was bought up right away as well. And then Donnie, the big news of the day. Donnie, that $70,000 one. That was not just, oh, the owner's like, I'm going to regret this if it gets sold. No, it got sold. Like, confirmed, it got bought and transferred. So that's a lot. That is a lot of cheddar right there. The floor of Donnie is now 100K. You could offer me, again, let's say the owners of him decide to take it out. There's no him on the floor. Let's pretend. Somebody could offer me $20,000 for one of my hymns, and I have 3. Like, get the fudge out of here. Get the fudge out of here. Because, I've said this before, I've made 2 videos on this already. That is laughable that right now is 1/10 of what Donnie is, where it only has twice as many mints. It's not like if, alright, Donnie had, 150 mints made, and him had, let's say even 1,000 mints made. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's probably okay. But it didn't. It's not. Only has double the amount of mints. Only 300. There's only 3 other ones out there that have less mints than him, his Infernal Majesty. And that is Donnie, that is the Platinum Ghostbusters logo and the Gold Ghostbusters logo. Those are the only three that are lower than him, his Infernal Majesty. And yeah, I if no other was on there and they would offer me 20K for one of them, and then immediately offer 30K for the other, no to both. Like, and I could use a 50K. Honestly, I probably should just buy more OMI at that point, but that is worth a lot. Maybe I would take OMI for it. And again, but that's, you know, to be fair, if you wanted to go and buy him right now, you could buy one for like $9,500, and I'm not selling him for that. Like, even if you offer me $9,500 in OMI right now, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. Oh yeah, so the next one that people are going to try to pump, I believe, is the Common Ecto 1. There was, okay, and it's probably going to happen on stream, because there was like 245 right before the stream, like 7 minutes ago, and now there's only 185 remaining. And up until literally 7 minutes ago, you could get a common for like 38, 39 gems on the app. Now you can't. Now it's above retail. So that's going to be the next one to go, and that'll be on the stream as well. Fantastic start of the stream. Thank you guys for 25 likes. That means the world. Let's get the comments. Oh, and check out Veve Vault on YouTube, and check out Hey David Don on Twitter. Pretty cool peeps. Dustin says, scooped up a Harley Quinn Babs tar today. There you go, buddy. There you go. Get that bread. Wes says, never thought I'd see these NFTs rising so fast. So I didn't either. I just like to collect. So originally I was getting, I like this. And I wasn't going for sets at first up until I saw the Master Collector program. And then I was like, oh, okay. So that's probably a good idea. I was just like the ones that I liked. Oh, I like Ice King. You know, he's cool. And I like Starfire because she's like an outsider. And it's like, okay, well, you know, I'll get one of those, even though that was expensive. And I even out of the Cryptkins are all cheap. I didn't get any. I just got the Loch Ness because I like the Loch Ness Monster. So I got Nessie. And, you know, I just got sporadic ones. And then I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, so I got a lot of good ones there. Yeah, moving on. I was not expecting these either. Ethan Young was, hi Randy. What's up, Ethan? How's it going? Justin says, FOMO. A lot. So there is a professor gang out there. They call themselves Prof Gang. Professor Gang. And they go and they're obsessed with Professor Utonium. I have one, so like I don't know if I'm necessarily repping like the Prof Gang, but I mean if I could get another, I can go back in time, because I got one before I knew about the Professor Gang, and now looking back on it now, obviously hindsight 2020, I would have gotten another one to like, oh yeah, boys, we're gonna hodl. But now the floor is like what, $4,600? Yeah, it went up crazy the last couple days. That's why I don't like to sleep, because you miss stuff. You miss stuff when you sleep. Professor Utonium, 14 for sale. $4,900. Floor is $4,900. Then it's 52. Then it's 5,900. 63. Then it's 70. Oh my God! Yeah, that somebody with like $23,000 can make this floor 7,400, and then 2 more buys, and it's at a 10K floor. That's woo. Yeah. So it's crazy. Dale says, oh, speaking of Professor Gang, speak of the devil. The Professor Gang is the gang for you and me. Krusty Krab Pizza. Professor Gang is the gang for you and me. It says huge FOMO prices will drop when a big drop is announced, and with MTL. So I do think that in a couple of weeks, when we have the, I guess Series 2 or the next Comic-Con exclusives, which I think James Bond might be one, just because that movie comes out on October 8th, and that happens to be the weekend of New York Comic-Con. So I think that makes sense for him to be one, but I love that, but that being said, that will, I think, protect the Comic-Con exclusives, because people are like, oh, more Comic-Con exclusives, let me buy up the other ones, because again, that's what happened with Ron English. You know, Serial Killers is going to have with Jeremy Kozik with the Labbits as well, because those are going to come out October 2nd. And I don't believe that October 2nd, right, for the new Labbit drops? Just making sure here. Yes, that is October 2nd for the Labbits drop. I think the MTL, I saw Wes, I've heard, that was Wes that said that, right? Yeah, so Wes, I've heard this argument before, like, oh, once we're able to transfer money out, people just be like, hey, I put in $40,000, and now my collection's worth $100,000. Actually, I put in 45 right now after the lucky, so probably, but it's worth like 150 110,000, so it definitely more than doubled. And what I was thinking about is saying like, okay, yeah, some people might be like, oh, you know what, just sell half or sell a little bit, get some money back and play with house money. But I don't think that people will have an emotional attachment to this. Guarantee it, especially because it's new. And I say this for a couple of reasons. Twice in, I don't want to say recent history, but twice in the last 6 years, I have had really weird, and this might just be me, it might just be because I'm a Pokemon fan. I remember, if anyone remembers Pokemon Go, the first couple Pokemon you have, oh my god, it's a Pidgey, oh my god, I'm gonna love you forever. And then, and I still do keep all of the first Pokemon that I caught. But, after a while, it's just like, oh, all right, just, it's a Pidgey. Let me just go, transfer that in for some candy and, buff this other Pidgey up, that type of deal. So I would say that there's an emotional connection with these. And I've also had that before I bought somebody's Blaine's Charmander, first edition PSA 10. And I just told him, like, hey, I'll take good care of Charmander for you, after I bought it. And I didn't get a message back, like a guy that couldn't be bothered, or a girl. So I think that some people, when they go to sell, they might be like, I can't. One, because they've made you money. Like, if something makes you money, very, very hard to let that go, because it's going to continue making money. But I do understand the sentiment of like, oh, finally. Will they cash out their current gems? Sure. Will they sell maybe multiples of theirs? Like if they have multiple cat women, or they have, and then yeah, sure, they might do that. I think if they don't need the money, I don't really know why they would right now, because it just keep going up. Like this is, if I did not before sell my Tesla, I would have definitely sold it now. Just looking at these like, oh, this is stupid. I guess this is insane. Let's say Tesla's at like 750. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, betting can get to 800 soon. And I was like, okay, you're looking at like not even 10% growth. Our stuff just doubled in like the last week, which is insane. And this is with still not a ton of people in. There's 300, 400,000 users maybe. Not a lot of people in here. So yeah. But I think that, and I'm sorry for this long answer. Maybe there might be some cooling off points, like the comic kind of just had a cooling off point, and you might have something along the lines of maybe stagnant growth, and a lot of people are like, oh, why isn't this mooning? And a bunch of people that have like paper hands, they'll just get out. Some might even sell at a loss just because they're always trying to flip. I don't flip. And maybe that's a flaw of mine, that I buy things and I don't take profit, or at least not early. Usually takes me a while to sell. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. Dale F says, I don't know, because when we get MTL, we have real two-way market, which makes me just more bullish for VeVe long term. That's the other thing. Once we're finally able to tell our friends, like, and it was weird when I told a bunch of my friends this weekend, like, hey, this is it. Like, you literally go on a comic drop for $7. You get gems, and you spell, gems. One gem is $1, and I kept telling them that, and they understood that. And there's like, oh, so if I get that, and happen to get a secret rare, I go take that out, and that one gem is equal to $1. I could spend that. I could go to like Amazon. I was like, well, no, you would have to take those gems and convert it into fiat, into dollars, which, and I said, like, you aren't able to do that right now. You'll give it a couple weeks, and you'll be able to do that. It's like, and they're like, all right, so I got to wait a couple weeks. Like, yeah, but that's really it. You're not going to, it's not like you'll never be able to draw those out. And I was like, listen, I've been waiting like for months. Like, it's just a couple more weeks. And I'm like, all right, most of them are like, all right, that's cool. But it is weird. It does sound a little, almost like pyramid schemey or whatever, when you go and you say something like, oh yeah, you can put money in, you can't take money out. And they're like, whoa, and then as long as you say, listen, just give it like 2 weeks, they'll have money out. And then, I mean, if you want to go and like try to explain like the whole thing to him with David Yu and Al Khan, Dan Crothers and all that, and like all these brands that are announced, like, listen, they're not, to make them feel better, that's fine. But I forget the question again, I'm sorry. Yeah, it just gives more legitimacy to the app, just saying like, hey, by the way, as soon as you go and you buy these, even if you get a rare, it's worth like $100, you literally make 90-something dollars in a day, like just technically in like 30 minutes, because you go and you buy it, you wait like an hour or two, and then and then the marketplace opens up, and like, okay, then that's That's pretty good. I mean, $90 an hour is, it's very good. Like, I think that is more than most people make. Even at like my height, I don't think I made that. Just from the hours I put in, I didn't make that. I mean, it was all based off of, risk and investing, so maybe I did. No, I did. For the amount of work I put in, I did not make $90 an hour. I did not. What says, Dale, now people want to sell their NFTs because a lot of them will need the cash. I think you are right. There is a bunch of people that are putting money in that are expecting, like, they're like putting in like, oh, hey, you know what? I don't really hope they didn't do this, but they're like, oh, you know what? We'll have MTL by end of September. Let me put in next month's rent. Let me put that in. Let's let this ride. And I hope that they are able to cash out by that point. Hope they don't have to wait till early October. Guarantee you there's people that did that. People that happen to in Earth 2. I've seen it in Pokemon. Any type of investing thing where, people FOMO in and they're just using money that they cannot afford to lose, that they should not put in. So you're right. There is a bunch of people that will pull their stuff out. But that being said, those type of people that are putting in their rent money are probably not having tens of thousands of dollars. They might be putting it into like maybe a Ritmo or, a whatever. Or, because I mean, Ritmo 2 weeks ago was like $800. Now it's like $1,700. So yeah, there might be a dip. If they want to sell, I have 3 more Pokemon items that I can sell, and that's how I got these funds today. I sold another Pokemon card. I have 3 more Pokemon items that I can sell before that. If I can sell it before then, I'll be waiting with like an extra 10K, 15K gems, flush cash, ready to go. Speaking of which, I also did get got another 500,000 OMI, got 107 million. Hooyah! Between the OMI, the NFTs, the Pokemon, I actually only need OMI to go up to 0.0085 for me to have a $1 million net worth, so I'm hoping for that soon. It'll be in October at some point. October will probably be a penny. I still think 0.007 by the end of the month. I know it's only maybe not. It's only a few days away. So I was wrong. I said 0.007 by the end of the month. It barely reached 0.006 something. But again, there's a couple days left, so who knows? Moving on. Peter VDB says, what's up, guys? Heaven says, NFTs are going to go up too much, too fast. Doesn't help YouTubers are pumping them so much. Soon, VeVe will become an elite club only. The only chance people will have to snatch secret rare, ultra rare will be on drops. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what keeps it fair. I mean, if you want to, a secret rare, I think I mean, there's a couple ultra rares that you can get for, I mean, the lowest secret rare is that Ultraman one, which it's very close to 1,000, but still under 1,000. That's achievable. And there's a couple of ultra rares that are under like 800, and that's achievable as well. And now, is it achievable for someone that only has an extra like $20? No. But is it achievable for somebody that right now, hey, they've been working a lot of extra overtime, they're scrimping and saving to try to get that? Yes, that is achievable. That is. Again, if you are, I know people's circumstances are different, but an extra couple hundred extras. I've seen somebody literally get extra job at like Walmart for like 6 months, 8 months to get that extra Pokemon card that they wanted, and they did it. They saved up like an extra 5 figures, saved up an extra 10 grand. They did it. So if it can be done, I've seen it before. With people that have like a okay day job, they go out and get another okay like day job or night job. They scrimp, they save, and they they just make better choices. It can happen. Yeah. So but you're right. For a lot of like the ultra rare Dragon Girl that's 5K. Most people are not like that's a. If you have, let's say you and your partner, you want to go. That's a trip to Disney for like the weekend or a week. Depending on where you stay, what you do. That's a trip to Disney. So I get it. Do you want this like JPEG NFT that obviously we'll appreciate in the future, but or do you want to like make memories and have a trip to Disney? So I get it. I do understand that. And let's say you have kids and stuff, and it takes a while to save that. So I do get it, but I still wouldn't say elite though. I mean, we're gonna be able to rent these out, so people can probably get them for cheap. And that's not. At some point when we're having like 3 or 4, I mean, we're already having 3 drops a week, 2 comics and 1, whatever. At some point when we're having like drops 4 or 5 times a week, I guarantee there's going to be weeks we have drops every day. At least that they will test that out at some point. We have so many brands. There's so much. It's just impossible for us not to. Not everybody is going to get every single. Like, there's going to be a time where somebody is like, okay, not this set. They're not going to get every single set. It's just eventually that's going to be impossible. Almost impossible now. Peter says, "What's up?" Peter says, "Bought Ritmo today. My man, get it." Heaven says, "I love Veve and Nakomi. I'm in heavily, but we need healthy competition." Well, see, that's the thing. That's where Dan and David have said this and these NFTs. They're going to be a small part of the actual what they have planned. The VeVe-Verse, that's going to be it. Like the land drops. Probably, if you get a prime piece of real estate at that point, which again anybody can get, probably going to be able to say like, oh, hey, here's a somebody could literally put like $10,000 in your pocket, complete, whatever set you want, and then that's, I don't want to say that's cheap, it's not, but there's definitely going to be pieces of real estate that are going for much higher than 10 grand, 20 grand, because again, that's got a lot of utility, that's got a lot ad revenue. If you are right next to VeVe City or Marvel Land, whatever it is, and you just put up like a billboard, you put up a fridge and you rent out space on the fridge, somebody's going to be like, oh, you have a lot of foot traffic there. There's going to be companies that say like, hey, let me pay you to advertise. Guarantee you there's ad revenue there. Guarantee it. Gary L says, let's go. Crypto Daddy says, OMI to the moon. Dylan says, pump that pride. I don't have a pride, but yeah, that's that whole set, the pride, the Amelia Earhart, the Cleopatra, and the Rewind logo. I have a Rewind logo. That pride's going to be 20 grand easily at some point. If I had an extra 20 grand, I'd probably get one, because what was it, like 7 or 8 grand now? It's bananas. It's insane. I get it. Guys, please drink responsibly. If you're having a daddy beverage or you're having Yoo-Hoo or chocolate milk, whatever, please have those drinks responsibly. Don't have too much. The drinking games that may have been born out of mannerisms, saying, my knee, slapping my knee, or saying what Gwen Stefani likes to say. Just try to be careful. Please, I love you guys. Joe Beastmo says, what up? Peter Vita says, I like the video, guys. Yeah, everyone. Listen to Peter and like the video. Gary O says, Ecto is about to sell out now. 200. Oh, how much is left now for the Ecto? Honestly, I might have missed it. It might have been sold out by now. If I can find it. Where the heck did it go? Ghostbusters? Or no? Okay. There we go. All right, Ghostbusters. Oh, still some available. There's 82 left. There's 82 left, and I don't know how to feel about that. Also, I apologize 100%. I'm already well behind on comments. Ms. Collector says, yo, what up? Alex Hunter says, hey, dads. Kurt says, Randy, congrats on 107 million OMI, and thanks for the Discord link. Oh, yes, no problem, Kurt. Glad you got it. Crypto Daddy J says, let's pump the ball! Let's pump the ball! Just says, how's your night go? It's going pretty well. I went to the gym. I did some arms. I hurt my wrist. I think I just didn't... I rest for like 2 weeks, so I didn't... It's this part of my wrist where I can do hammers, but if I try to do like curls or whatever, this whole... It's like I hit my funny bone and like my whole left side, my like ulna hurts, like, and I don't know what the heck I did. No idea what I did. We got only one link. The $2 super chat. Oh, I have to read it. Saying bananas, bananas, bananas in pajamas. No, it's just banana. Just that word 3 times. I apologize for all the livers I just taxed completely there. Only one link. You're great. Max says, let's go. How you doing, Randy? I'm doing pretty well. Only one link. Just give me super chat, and I had a good protein shake. I'm hydrating with water. And hashtag healthy. And yeah, I don't know. Feeling pretty good. Veve Vault says a charity boxing match. Awesome. Yes, there will be a charity boxing match on July 16th. That's a Saturday of 2022, just with the Earth 2 peeps. I mean, if some of you guys want to commingle, the Earth 2 peeps and the VV peeps want to get together and fight it out, duke it out, and see which one is better. Totally. But yeah, I don't know if they'll probably be betting on that. I won't be actively betting, and it's really just going to be just like a glorified sparring session. It's not going to be like, like crazy trying to kill each other. It's going to be like, oh, just little stuff, small stuff. Holy Mike Jack says, got two, get that bread. Jim Ferrell says, howdy, I never noticed the animation on invisible women before. I picked up a second one. Invisible woman? Visible women? Woman? Oh, right. Her air shields, they kind of like rotate a little bit. So that is pretty cool. Anthony Rodriguez says, Batgirl sold out. I FOMO'd in and got 3 of them. Nice. Milham says, what up, Randy? Excuse me. Says, hey, Veve Vault. Socrates says, yo. What up? Mana Addict says, what's your opinion on Illuvium? I wish I got in. Man, I wish I got in on Axis Infinity. Wish I got in on Illuvium. Those things moon pretty hard. Again, if you had a crystal ball, if you can go back in time, I'm going to get into Axis, going to get Moon, going to get out, going to get into Illuvium. Well, for that from the Moon, get out, get right back into OMI, buy these NFTs. Yeah, it's... again, if you, for some reason, like, hey, man, I don't just like collecting, can't do anything with these, I want to battle with my NFTs, I want to do whatever. Yeah, Axie Infinity, Illuvium's good. Earth 2 is going to be a play to earn, so that'll be good too. Again, just my opinion, but yeah, I think long term will be very well. Rosal says, this is getting too much. People will get burnt. Burnt where? Veve Vault says, hi, Mail. Homie Mike Jack says, seen the hype coming, went and grabbed me another one because I bought one yesterday. Got 1745 and number 2386. Very, very nice. There's only 56 of these Ecto ones remaining. I don't know how I feel about this. Should I get another? I don't think I have any. I do not have the gems to get another one. I only have 29 gems, so I'm not getting another one. I mean, I already have one, so I'm not tripping. Wendy Stabile says, Women X VeVe sold out. All right, so for those of you that did not see the Women X VeVe interviewing Taps Trades on Wendy Stabile's channel, it was great. It was really, really good. It was really fun. It was, I missed like the first couple minutes, but I saw the rest. I think the first couple minutes like introductions anyway. And Taps is just, it's a great guy to interview. He was doing really well with they were doing some rapid fire questions at him at the end. And he's like, oh, this. And like all of our answers, like I was answering like along with them. Like I wasn't there. I was just like watching. And Tabs like they asked some questions like Darth Vader or some, breathe like Darth Vader or like talk like Yoda. And like every single answer, I said one thing, I was thinking one thing, and he said the complete opposite. I was like, Taps, I thought we were going to be friends, but apparently not. He has a completely different mind. But it was great. It was fun. I can't wait. So Taps confirmed on their stream that he's going to have another roadmap, another price prediction, not just for the end of this year, but for next year and the next year and the next year and the next year, all the way through 2025. So I thought that was pretty heckin' epic. Can't wait for that. And I will be joining Taps on I don't know when. I'm going to be joining Taps at some point, I think Thursday afternoon on a live stream of his. So I'll be joining him there. I will be doing like I said, a live video tomorrow for the drop, so that'll be fun. I have an interview at 1 p.m. I forget who. I'll mention it tomorrow. I'm going to have Foster Hilt back on the podcast on Wednesday. So be prepared for potentially another 4-hour live stream. I'll let you all know. And then Taps on Thursday, and my week is trying to get there. Love you, Wendy. Ready NA says, hi, Randy. Say bananas. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry, guys. Veve Vault says, woohoo. Thanks, Randy. No problem, Veve Vault. Justin says, if you scoot over anymore, you'll block Dashy. Never block the Dashy. I could just have Dashy move over a little bit. I could put Dashy can go wherever Dashy wants. Dashy can float. Dashy can, like Spider-Man in. Me kid. Milham says, hi, babe. Sopasib says, you said Mara 200 by next year. She's over 250 right now. What? No shit, get the fudge out of here. Well, if Supergirl's like $1,000, it would make sense that, oh, let me see if there's 41 of the Ecto ones left. All right. All right, DC Cover Girls. Wow, 256. But again, it makes sense because if Mera's got 6,800 of her, and honestly, she still might be a little undervalued just because there's not even double the amount of her as there is with Supergirl. And Supergirl is, I said 1,000, but it's 999 gems, so it's pretty heckin' close. That's so much. Let's see what the Catwomen are going for. They were going for like 85 before, so that's kind of, I think, where it like not topped out, like evened out. 88. So yeah, it's pretty close. Moving on here. Publica says, I won't consider selling one less than 500. Get it. Diamond hands, baby. Diamond hands. Again, what happens with stocks? When a bunch of people just aren't selling, and there's a bunch of people buying, can't get it from the open market. Blah, 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 blah. That's just what happens. So, yeah, this is like the stock market. And I think at some point we might be able to fractionalize some of these NFTs. Or like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to own this, but I can own part of this. I can go, Rally does stuff like that. Actually, Jeremiah Aoyang and I think it's Peter Schenkman. They have actual cryptocurrencies on what do you call it, on Rally as well. You go on there and you can get theirs. So that's pretty cool. Brandy NH says, "Hey babe," at Milham, of course, not me. Sorry, Hillock says, "What's up, Randy? Almost made it to 1 million, but I hit the Coinbase limit. At this point, I'm about ready to give someone a good deal on a Supergirl just to get me to that 1 million mark." How good of a deal? Let me know, Star. How good of a deal? Comment down below, and then we'll see. Mr. Collector says, Professor Moon finally getting the love. Yeah, dude, that Professor gang. Again, for something like that, if there's even a dozen people and they have a couple professors and they have 10% of the market, because again, if they have a couple each, let's say there a couple dozen of them, let's say there's 30 of them and they each have 2 each. That's 10% of the market at 60, and they can just hodl. So it's a lot. Resuming. Okay, I'm resuming. I hopefully did not lose that many people. That was so weird. I don't know why that happened. Sorry about that. If y'all, I lost a lot of people. I'm sorry. I lost a lot of people. Okay. I lost a lot of people. Okay. There we go. All right. That we're good. I guess I started watching it on my own YouTube, which is a little weird. I actually do not have I actually can't go back all the way up to all those comments. So oh no, maybe I can. Milham says, "What's up, Randy? When VeVe sold out?" Yep. Okay. Sandra's Florence says, "Who is him?" That is his eternal magistrate. His eternal. Oh my god, I completely just blacked out on what him stands for. I think magistrate, but that's not it. His eternal majesty. Yes, his eternal majesty. Powerpuff Girls. I don't know why I just derped out on him. So that's the remember Amanda show, bring in the dancing lobsters. That is the dancing. What do you call it? That is him. That is just the dancing lobster. He's not a dancing lobster, but he kind of looks like a lobster. He kind of looks like the devil. So anything that... I think NFT Pirates has a really good video on him as well, just history of him. Laurent Litteros says, "Hey Randy, with migration, I heard Dan said if we had our OMI in VeVe Wallet, we will not need to do the swap. I'm a little reticent on having like 10 million OMI in the VeVe app. What's your opinion?" Maybe reluctant. That's probably what you're trying to say. Autocorrect sometimes weird. Yeah, I would say that, well, if you have it there, I would feel better about having it there than on Bit4x. Not that I have it on Bit4x, I have it on like 6 different trust wallets, but yeah, I would feel better about having it there as opposed to Bit4x or another exchange. And I think it might be easier to have it there as opposed to, again, at least just for the swap. Bring it there just for the swap, and then you could put it to another exchange if you like. I don't know if because if that exchange gets hacked, then You know, sorry, I missed my 30-minute Patreon member shout out. Now I was gonna do a theme song like from the 80s, 90s, but it's gonna be, are you ready, kids? Aye, aye, Captain. Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Absorbent and yellow and porous is he. SpongeBob SquarePants. Flop on the deck and bubble like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants. I love him. Starhilo says 958,000 is a painful to look at. Yes, that probably is OCD little. So yeah, Lauren, I would say I would do it. I would have it on there. Maybe not all 107 million of mine, but yeah, I'd have some on there. Then says more FUD in the market, or I mean, there was a bunch of FUD on Bitcoin where a bunch of people were saying like, hey, yeah, have you heard about, China banned crypto? What does that mean? It's like China bans crypto like every 6 weeks. Like I don't even pay attention anymore. It's just FUD. So yeah, FUD in that market, Justin, I would say yes. Any other market? I don't think so. Not right now. So Pacific said, I think another hymn just sold. Oh, it did it really? Did it really? Let us see. Let us take a look-see on the Powerpuff Girls. 11 for sale in the market. The floor now for him is $11,900. Yeah. And again, I know I've been kind of talking about him a lot. Again, let's do the math. 150 mints of Donnie, 300 of him. Him should not be, again, I'm going to say 50% of what Donnie is, but even if we go and say, okay, Donnie's floor is 100,000, him should, at 40%, 40,000. But let's just go in further. Let's say 30,000. 30,000. In that case, Bubbles should probably be about 15,000. But again, that's I think Donnie, just because there's so few, I think it does get a little bit less afterwards, because Harley Quinn is a lot more popular than Bubbles. Has only 100 less mints than Bubbles, and that's only at like a $9,500 floor, $9,400 floor. So I do understand certain things where, again, that's stupid undervalued as well. Again, it has a little more than 3 times the mints of Donnie, and still a tenth of the price. Again, be one that I think that should be. I think Donnie's just the first. I don't know if I said that with a lisp or not. He's just the first to reach that, price point. He's not going to be the only one. He's not going to be the last. Historic because he's the first one to do that, but definitely not the last. So yeah, that's my opinions on that. But yeah, good job on that. Zane says, great point about the emotional attachment. Also, wouldn't sell before interoperability hits. All those ETH whales. Yeah, guys. If I needed the money, I would much rather go back to work than sell any of these, just because there is a chance. Like I could sell all these now, make $100,000 easy. Probably more now that the him floor is $11,900. But when you have people, again, I said this on the app on the podcast yesterday or 2 days ago with Mr. Pags. So the NFT sells for 2.8 million, and images on that, where to go? No. Ah, man. Was it Jeremiah Aoyang that tweeted that? I forget where it was, but it was it wasn't Andy Warhol one. I don't have it on here, but I think it was Jeremiah Aoyang that tweeted that there was somebody that had paid, I don't know how much ETH is 2.8 million. It almost looked like a LGBTQ thing, because it was orange, yellow, red, green, blue, indigo, violet, and then it had the red on the end. So it started with orange, and then it looked like almost like worm, like W, and then it had the red at the end. And that's just, there's nothing you can do with that. There's just whatever. There are people on OpenSea where just, oh yeah, we'll give you 10 ETH for it. It's like $30,000. Like it's nothing. Like it's heckin' nothing. So yeah, I would definitely say, even like the Unicornos, the Mermicornos, or the Kripkins, that could what I mean, the Kripkins are like The cheapest one's like $18. People are like, oh, a tenth of an ETH for a bunch of, yep, sure, why not? YOLO. And then just get a bunch of them. I guarantee you the low ones that are not worth a lot, again, where they have to pay like not even a half a ETH for a whole Kripken set, yeah, that will be gobbled up easily. A lot of Mermicornos and the Unicornos as well. Ripmo's at like 1.7, 1.9. So these things are crazy. That one grew a lot, but the other ones aren't really growing in tandem with it. They're not. Again, Ripmo is $2,100 right now, and the next highest, which is Metallo, just because it looks cool, is at 305. Everyone else, like the most outside of those two, is Belina, and Belina is not this like crazy good looking pony unicorn thing, and it's at 209. Like, again, you could literally spend I guess 1 ETH and buy that whole set, which to a lot of people is like, oh, that's nothing. These prices have not yet begun to moon, in my opinion. And it says, what's up, Foo? Yo, what up, fam? Milham says, if MTL tanks the market, it's time to buy. Yeah, it'll rebound huge. Like I said, I'm hoping it'll probably be like next week. Oh my God, I can't get that money before next. I have to get this money. I'm working on like a deal with this Pokemon thing. I don't care if I don't 20K up front. That's the minimum, and then I'll give it to you. And then I don't care if I don't get that rest 7-8K until for like months right now. But as long as I get that 20K up front, that's fine. Pay me like $1,000 a month, which is nothing. Like for the next 7 months, and that's fine. Mike Jack says Fax does. Sorry, says, do you guys think when people are going to be able to convert gems to fiat prices are going to shoot up or down at first? There might be a small, hitch, but again, MTL I don't know if that means that you're just going to be able to cash out, or if they say like, oh, hey, you can also buy NFTs with OMI now. Again, I don't know about Apple, and it doesn't do it on my tablet. It only does it on my phone. But on my profile, no, not on my profile. If I go to my wallet, I have an OMI thing on my wallet, so I could go and do that. I could, again, just send or receive. So I'll just hit that, and what am I going to do? Oh, I could just scan it, or I could just it's to my address. So receive OMI. I can copy it. I could share it to someone. It's actually down in the description. If anyone wants to tip OMI, I don't know why you would. I don't know why you just keep it. Like just if you want to tip me in fiat or join Patreon. But anyway, yeah, that's literally it's right there. At least on an Android phone, it does not work on tablets. It does not work on my tablet right there. That's right in front of me. It might work on Apple or maybe computer. I don't know. But yeah, if they say that, like, that article is going to come. There's 2 articles coming out this week. One is going to be about Master Collectors Program. One is going to be about the OMI utility. If they say, yeah, like October 2nd, October 3rd, whatever, you're going to be able to pay for NFTs with OMI. And could you imagine if that circulating supply, if that burn from the, oh my God. Sorry, I'm just going to, that would be insane. I don't think I would ever, I do not have a ton of fiat left. I have almost nothing left, but I have a bunch of OMI left. All the next drops, I'd pay for an OMI. It's just what I would do. And I'm not telling you guys to do that. Be great. Send a $10 super chat, $9.99. Taco Bell coin. Ooh, Taco Bell coin. Is that what it looks like, or is it you just telling me to get it? Because I could totally try to get a Taco Bell coin. I have oodles of Taco Bell down there. Like, they're all empty bags. I don't waste food. Chavez does not waste food. Made sure of that. Oh man, I'm not even down to that one. Okay, so Star Helix says, yeah, convert gems to fiat prices are going to shoot up down first. I hope they shoot down. I hope so, but they probably won't. Again, I hope so just so I can buy more of the stuff that I really like. Dean Dynamo says, Randy, which is the best value for money NFT I should buy, or do you think Superman or Batman? Well, if it's out of the 3, the Superman, Batman, or Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Secret Rare, the Batman, well, the Superman is definitely the cheapest that you can get if you just want either of those 3. That's the cheapest, and the Todd McFarlane one is. I think that is going to be that whole first set is just undervalued. That's always going to be the first set. The first season in general will always be the first season. And that first season does end with Dragon Girl, Tokidoki Dragon Girl. So I would go and say anything in the first season. Like Kripkins, a bunch of them you can still get for like $18. A bunch of the Unicornos and Mermicornos, same thing. Like 20, 30. I think the Unicornos are $30. The cheapest ones. But yeah, the Kripkins ones, again, $18. So I would say go for the stuff that nobody wants. Like, when they say at the gym, the machines that nobody's using, use that. Again, that's just what I've heard. I don't actually follow that. I just do my own thing. But yeah, I would say go and take a look at the sets that nobody's trying to complete. And this is just, I just thought of this right now. I myself, I've thought about selling that Rewind Collective logo because I'm not going to complete that set, that Pride set. Why? Because one, it's not in season. My goal is just to get only season 1 stuff. Do I have a lot of sets in season 2? Yeah, absolutely. I have 32, 33 sets completed. And do I want every set? Sure. But the season 1 thing, only the season 1 is going to be in my museum where I have all the season 1. And again, I'm going to have to pay like $150,000 for Donnie just to put it in my museum. I'm never going to. The only times where I would sell things from season 1 is if I have doubles. It's the only time. Most of mine are not doubles. The only things that I have doubles of is Stelina, him, and Tropicana. Tropicana's just because people pay for the advertising in Tropicanas. So that's the only reason why I have multiple. But outside of those, the rest I'm not selling. Those are going to my museum in the VeVe-Verse on one plot of my land, on one of the plots that I get. Thank you guys for 50 likes. That means the world. And yeah, that is so the season 2s, maybe I might sell some season 2s for, if people want to trade, oh, hey, you know what? You have this plot of land, how can I sweeten the deal? How about I pay you this and then I also give you this, which is really hard to get now. If I could do that, great. That maybe there'll be bargaining tools, maybe they'll be rent them out. I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know enough about the VeVe-Verse to be able to say my definitive plans, at least most of it. I think they'll drop down. It's just a different game when it's not just gems anymore. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't think I would ever buy gems again. Maybe I would if I had some extra fiat. I would just, if anything, I'd just spend OMI. Oh, that'll get burned. Peter says Ritmo is now 2,100. No, that's insane. That was literally like $700 a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, that's a lot. Thankfully, I already had it, but. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a lot. Sorry, like I said, at Milham, same. A lot of holders want to get those gains. Oh my God, hiccups. They do. Caleb Borland says, dang, congrats, Bo. Why, thank you. Brandy Ann 8 says, I think they'll go up. I think more people will be more comfortable putting money into it, knowing they can cash out, so the buy demand will be higher, in my opinion. That's true. I mean, that's what I was saying. A lot, I won't have to say oh, by the way, you can't cash out yet. You put money. I can just be able to say yeah, no, you can take it out right away. As soon as you make that, people literally making, and be advised, guys, that when that does happen, they will thank us for 55 likes. That means the world. They are going to go, and it might take a couple of days to get the money out. Now it could be instant. It could be right to your credit card, right to your bank account. It could be whatever, Revolut card, whatever you think. PayPal. But I do think that there's a chance that, again, if I were on E-Trade, major trading platform, if I were to sell a stock on a Monday, those funds might not settle until Thursday of that week or Friday. And then I have to wire the money out, and that takes a couple of business days. So if I sell something on a Monday, I might not get that money for a week later. Again, that is, I'm just letting you guys know, if you have to wait 24, 48 hours and a bunch of people saying hey, shouldn't this be instant? In the earthly world with, again, big, major, $100 billion, banks and, Blackstone, ETFs, it still takes a week to get your money. And so I'm just trying to, compare and contrast. But yes, Brandon, I believe you're absolutely right. A bunch of people say it gives more legitimacy. Buy demand will be a lot higher. Zero Cool says, hey, Randy, love the shirt. Oh, why, thank you. You can get this shirt in a link down below. And we got One Punch Brand, $1.99 super chat saying, love everything you're doing for the community. Thanks, brother, man. Thanks. Gotta give you the hugs. Gotta bring it in. Yeah, I love you guys. I love this. I have done a couple of other interviews with, and I'll be doing one tomorrow. Actually, let me shout them out. Twitter, on the tweeters. Okay. It is with OMWTFYB, VeVe Addict. I forgot to follow. And the YouTube page is VeVe Addicts. So I'm doing an interview, like they're interviewing me, I'm going on their channel just because it's the right thing to do. When I first started, I asked my friends like, hey, can I interview you for the podcast? And I had like 100, subscribers, 200 subscribers. And they said, yeah, they knew it was really just to help me out. So I'm kind of returning the favor. And, I'm going to go give myself a like. Oh, I already did. Disregard. So yeah, I'm doing not a favor, because again, it just helps out the community, because maybe VeVe Addict happens to have a unique perspective that I haven't really talked to them that much, but maybe they have a unique perspective that maybe it's just lacking in the community. So I'm gonna go and just research for the VeVe fam, for the OMI fam. Oh God, where was I? I have so many of these. I'm sorry, guys. Milham says that makes sense. Yep, I believe so as well. Oh God, I was way behind on that at first. Fax does. God, Ritmo's so high. Thank you. Star Helix says at Brandy and H. Fair, but somebody who bought a Superman for 400 or less is probably going to be tempted to. That's true. It's very true. The only times where I would sell some of my multiples, it's not to cash out, it's just to grow my collection. Like at some point, if I could trade a him, and like something else for a like a Ghostbusters Platinum, I would do it. I would sell that, and then maybe I would sell something else just so I could get the necessary gems or fiat or whatever to be able to get like I said, that Ghostbusters Platinum, just to collect those first ones. Or if somebody says like, hey, you know what, I have a Donnie, or they have multiple Donnies, but they don't have any hymns, and they want to have one to keep one. And, okay, and maybe if the price is a little more properly rated, I give them both of my hymns for that one Donnie. They can keep one and they can sell one. Gives them a little bit of liquidity. So maybe something like that in the future. But I'm not going to sell them just to cash out. Even with the other ones, like I said, I won't. The only reason I would sell, or it would just be like a trade, or to buy land in the VeVe-Verse, which again I have enough OMI for. Crazy Dan 420 says, great video yesterday with Henry Pagliuca. A lot of truth shared. Congratulations, 107 million OMI. You are a beast with huge cojones, which is going to make you rich. I think so too. Only has to hit 0.0085 and then $1 million net worth, which a lot of it has to do with the NFTs now. So I only put in $45,000 and it just grew so much. And apparently with him now, it might even be more than that. And Professor Utonium, blowing up the way it did. Mr. Collector 28 says, Akomi gonna be insane. Can't wait for the VeVe-Verse. I can't either. Brady and A says, I guess it can go either way, but I guess what I mean is I would be willing to spend more knowing that if I want, I can sell and get my money back, if that makes sense. That does make 100% sense. Because most of these really only go up. And let's say if you buy something, let's say if you buy a record price point, like somebody buys this hymn for, I don't even know what it is right now. But let's say they spend a record price point on something, $10,000, record price point, for whatever it is. And then they go and they see, oh, hey, the next one, there's actually a bunch of people that are going to sell, and suddenly it drops to 9,500, 9,800. Like I did with Spider-Man. The Spider-Man a couple days ago, or like 4 or 5 days ago, was shot up to like 9,500. And then it went back down to 7,500. Well, if you bought it at 9,500, people, at least you, but multiple people are willing to spend that. So if you have one, or at least you bought that, why would you sell that at 7,500? You're not. If you bought it at that, you're not going to sell it unless something has gone horribly wrong in your life and you just need that money for something. You're not going to sell it because you just sell it at a loss. Eventually, it's going to get back up there, which it is now. The floor is about $9,000. So that person would really only sell if they decided to say like, hey, just to get my money back, which they probably wouldn't until over like 10,500 or 11,000, just because they have the 2% fee from VeVe and the 6% fee from Marvel. So that's why. Again, that just incentivizes people to hold. And I do think, and this is something I wanted to bring up before, it is really big speculation, but wouldn't it be great, like, if you said, like, oh, hey, there's a warring world, and you're battling with, let's say, a Bubbles each time. Like, people, I think, will have their favorite NFTs. Like, you know how people main Fox in Super Smash Brothers, like I do. Maybe they don't like to play as Mario or Yoshi or Kirby. Maybe they just like to play as Fox. Wouldn't it be cool? Like, hey, you've had 10 battles. Suddenly, you gain a new experience thing for your character. Now your Fox or your let's say your Bubbles is a level 1. You were at level 0 before. Now you're at level 1, and then now you have 20 fights. Oh, now you're at level 2. That type of deal. And then you won this amount of fights. Your ratio is getting better. That would be insane. And people, I guarantee you, would go and just fight, just to get their NFTs at higher levels, if that's the case. Because you could do it in the Master Collector program. You can go on and just have level after level after level. But I think you'll be able to also do that in with the NFTs. Again, that's just pure speculation. I don't have... but again, as collectors that run this company, I'm thinking that it would be a good idea for them to do that. Milham says that makes sense. Only one link with that $2 super chat saying bananas. I'm so sorry to everybody's liver. Thank you guys for 62 likes. Grandmaster Mawao says, can't be OMI at 22 cents already. 0.22 cents? No, that is definitely not OMI. I feel like I would have gotten texts, I would have gotten calls, I would have gotten a whole bunch of people saying, oh, Chavez, OMI, is this real? Am I a millionaire? Let's see what we're at now. We are at 0.0053. Been around there pretty much all day. Let me go to the chart real quick. Let me go to... let's go to coin ranking. And see where... Yeah, so we're down a couple percent today. Which is fine. Got mine a little cheap. Whoa, what happened like 7 days ago? It went up to like 0.0059. It was a quick spike, then came right back down. So 24 hours, we're down 2.57%. The last week, we're up 2.87%. Last 30 days, we're up 80%. That's bananas. I'm sorry. And the past 3 months, we're up just a hair under 150%. Insane. Bonkers. Milham says, time to move from DC Pump to Star Trek. I think the Star Trek Enterprise was at 200, I'm sorry, like 500 before, the ultra rare, which is, let's see if it still is. I don't know if it still is because it's not loading for me. I don't need to go to the Play Store and update it, do I? No, I do not. We are good. Yeah, 513. So that's and that was literally like $130 like a week ago. So yeah, that went up high. And the board cube is 139. I don't feel bad anymore that I bought 2 on the drop at 110. Anyone else do that, or just me? Anyone else get? I think a bunch of us got pwned on that. Grandmaster Mawao says, I will fight Jinferno. I thought you'd stop at 100 million. You're on the way to 200. I don't think I don't know what I could do to get to 200. I mean, if it's not illegal, I guess I could, I'd entertain an idea. One of Tap's videos the other day just had me thinking. It was the one. Do I have it in a screenshot or is it downloaded? If I have it in a screenshot, it's like one of the funniest screenshots that you have them on. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, here it is. He's just saying like, guys, he was like so beside himself on the fact how fast the Komi and VeVe is growing, and before he says like, Komi and VeVe are gonna moon, like this is his face. He just is lost for words. He's just like, I should set it as a background on my phone. Everyone comment down below if this should be the background of my phone. Make it the background of your phone. Oh, you get the double taps. It's a double taps. Oh my god. um, yeah, that made me. I even commented on his videos like, I'm about to like re-enlist in the military just to get that signing bonus, just to put that into OMI. I wouldn't do that, but like, yeah, big brain move. Rob Stone says, my friend has all the collectibles and comics. No heckin' way, Rob. All the collectibles and all the comics? That's like $500,000. No, that's like, is that $1 million? Donnie by itself is 100,000. That secret rare Marvel comic is 50,000. So that's, oh my god, that's insane. Yeah, it's insane. Well, collectibles. So Kurt says, if I could go back in time, I would sign up in VeVe December 2020 and grab 100 Resos. If we knew, man, we didn't know. Mark Young says, I'm so stoked for the OMI utility paper this week. Heck yeah, brother. Same here. And the Master Collectors Program. Mr. Locknet says, Throggies. Frogs? Mark Young says, Professor Utonium undervalued. I think all of that Powerpuff. They're so low mints. I think the Harley Quinns from the red, white, and black Harley Quinns. Those are undervalued as well, in my opinion. As what the heck is a fractional NFT? That is when you take an NFT. Let's just use bubbles, and they say like, oh hey, $3,400 is a lot for some people. We're gonna break it up into spaces of 10, and each person at $340 will own 10% of that bubbles. That's what it would be. Typically, they don't do it for something that cheap. They'd only really do it for something maybe like 6 figures or higher. Yeah, and they would do it that way. And break it down into shares. Sharky Man says, hi, sweet cheeks. What's up, Sharky Man? How's it going? View Darkling says, sold out. Oh, did I miss it? Did I miss it being sold out? There we go to the Ghostbusters. Go to the Ghostbusters. Common is sold out. 502 on the market, and you can still get them. You can still get three of them for $40. Yeah. So that is, wow. Three of these big ones sold out today. We had the Ghostbusters Common. We had the Batgirl and the Catwoman. 2 of which were on my stream. Oh, it could have been 3 of which, but I did not make it. So yeah. Oh, my 1 hour Patreon member shout out. I don't wanna be a fool in this game for 2, so I'm leaving you behind, baby. I don't wanna make it tough. It's because I had enough. Might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie. Bye bye. All right. Where's ones of me? Dean Dynamo says, which NFT should I invest from the Batman, Superman? I think I'm gonna read that already. The most rare ones, I mean that Eddie Russo Batman is only 1750 of those, but again, that's not a first appearance. I don't know what would be the best. They're all good long term, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Dale F says, at Dean, that would be your boy Professor. Professor. Anyone that has a again. I only have one professor that I'm not selling. I will never, because that's part of my series 1. I think that the professor, and there might be others that can pop up like this. This is probably not going to be unique just to the Professor Utonium. But there seems to be a almost like, and I don't like Dogecoin, at least not as an investment, but the community around Doge is just like almost like cult, like almost like it. The Professor Utonium gang is giving me Dogecoin community feels, where it's like, yes, hodl, never sell to the moon. Like that's what it's giving me, and I like that feel. So never underestimate. Again, there's so few of them too. There's 450. Yeah, there's 450. So even if you have, like 20. 20 people have a couple each, 25 people, it's 10% of them. So there is, right? Yeah, he has Bubbles is 600, so he's 450. That's not a lot. That is not a lot at all. That will take And again, if that grows to, let's say, 40 something, and they have two each, that's 20%. But let's say they have 10%. Do not underestimate the power of a committed folk at large. That will, I believe that Professor Utonium gang will only grow. I guess I fit in with them because I have one and I'm just not selling. But I think that if you're looking to flip, be prepared to be in that group, be a family for a little while. But once you sell, boy, are they going to be mad at you. Their jimmies will get rustled if you ever sell. Maybe not. I don't know. They might kick you out of the Discord group or Telegram chat if they have one. Gerardo Preciado says, if I have OMI in my trust wallets, it's okay? Do I need to move one to exchange? So when they'll give us, probably on the OMI utility article, they'll say like, hey, this is what you're going to need to do. And if not on that article, that will come. They'll say like, this is what you're going to need to do. You're going to have this wallet address that you're going to send it to, or exchange address, whatever. And what you're going to do, most likely, say like, hey, you're going to copy this address, put it in your trust wallet, whatever, and say send to this address. To make sure it works, they're going to probably just have you do a couple thousand OMI, like 5,000 OMI or whatever, give or take, just to make sure it works. And if it does work, great. Send the rest. If it does not work, then whoa, something happened, something went wrong. But probably me, Taps, Cavell, Hello K, Kyle, all of us are probably going to make videos saying like, hey, this is what you do. I'll read the article. It probably shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, I'll let you know. But yeah, trust wallets right now are fine as long as you go and you write down. I have it written down 3 different times. My each of the 12 word passphrase, I have written down 3 times for each of them. And I have 6. So yeah, a lot of times. Lord of the Realm says, dying to see the details from Master Collector. Got 11 sets. Going to feel like Christmas morning when that day comes. Yeah, wow, good for you, mate. So, again, a lot of people can really... Some people can't get any sets, just because, again, if they have like an extra $100, you can get a couple. You can get a bunch of the Cryptkins. That Call of Cthulhu is going to be a lot. But some people will never get 11 sets. Maybe they will eventually. They get lucky on a comic, get a secret rare, they can sell it. But yeah, 11 sets is good. That's a lot. When I really started collecting the NFTs in like July, I had like 3. Mag said, wish they had Lord of the Rings NFTs. I think they will at some point. Just my opinion. Just saying, but that's yeah, if they did, so many characters there too. Gerardo Preciado says, are you going to Designer Con, Randy, for the drop? Unfortunately, I am not. I actually, if you were to say like, hey, it's tomorrow, let's go, I can't afford the ticket right now. Because every time I have this, it's not really a spending problem, but every time I have money, I just buy more NFTs. And so it kind of is. I mean, it's investing. I'm investing. I'm not going and, spending it on like a $500 dinner, with a, I'm going and I'm putting it into something else where the money will grow. But I actually don't, if someone buys me that ticket for Dragon Con, I cannot afford the airfare. I can't afford the hotel. So I will see. I can't even go to Comic-Con, like New York Comic-Con. I'll be there virtually from the side, but yeah, and that's not a money thing. That's a different thing. But Milham says, same here, Mags. Be Great says, meow, 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 meow. Oh, well, thank you, Be Great. Yes. Link down below to the meow, 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 meow shirt. Mark Hunt says, Be Great. Is that IRS? Ha, 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 ha. It says, JK. BRS, haha, no. Brandy NH laughing. Be Great says, just realized it was 2 personal questions. Oh, you could ask me anything. You could, don't ask me anything. Like, it is open book here. The AMA. This is Velvet Underground Banana NFT. I had this drink the other day. It was like velvet cake and some Irish cream and some Godiva chocolate. Oh, so good. Kurt says, ultra rare Dragon Girl is almost at 5. Yeah, it's been like 4,900 for like a day. I'm waiting to see that go up. I don't even have one. Be Great says, an original OG Omi Homie. And says 20K up front for what? Oh, it is for my first edition Neo Genesis box. Find it on Instagram. For you. Or this guy. It is my first edition Pokemon Neo Genesis. It is probably one of my favorite items, and the only reason I'm selling it is really just for more OMI, more NFTs, that type of thing. Yeah. Moving on. MTL tanks the market. Master Collector Program saves it. It's possible. It's possible. Adam Salcedo says, I'm planning to buy more OMI during the small hitch. Oh, you mean when we're able to go and get on more exchanges and other things? Yeah. I want to buy more OMI before then. I'll get if I can. If I can, great. If not, no big deal. Evan says, can't wait for my rental property sale to be finalized. Gotta wait 2 more weeks. Oh, I'm get it as soon as you can. Nick Vingar says, hey Randy, I started feeling cold brew. I started selling cold brew coffee to people at my job for VeVe money. I got a rare on a vendor's drop and flipped it for 1.1 thousand. Use that to complete my uncommon comic set. Dude, good for you, mate. Good for you. See, innovation, improvise, adapt, overcome, and then you can do it. You can do it. Dean Dynamo says, which Myrmicorno is best value for money right now, do you think? Let's take a look. Nope, don't want that. All right, let's go to the Myrmicornos. Where are the Myrmicornos? All right, so Myrmicornos. The Corsica one is 35. There's almost $399.75, and there's 3,500 of them. Let's see, the core commons are 9,000 of them. This might take a while. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It's not letting me go. I have a bunch of notifications. I'll try to get to those later. Be great with that $9.99 super chat. Says Taco Bell coin. No Taco Bell money. Taco Bell coin. Gotcha. Taco Bell. Thank you. Oh, and we do have another super chat from. Where do we go? Only one link. $5 says, can I request Gwen Stefani Holla Batgirl for the next Patreon member shout out? Oh, you were not here for the beginning of my stream. That's my first Patreon membership. Patreon member shout out. That was it. Thank you guys for 70 likes. That means the world. But for you, $5. Yes, I will do that again for my 90-minute Patreon member shout out. I will do that for you. Only one link because you earned it. So for Dean Dynamo, let me try to Myrmicorno. $19 for a Cora, where there's 9,000 of her. That's interesting. So Serena, $19. Same thing. 9,042 for Serena. 377. So right now, Cora has the best bang for your buck as far as availability. Oceana, 422. Yeah, so Cora seems to be the best so far. And I'm just looking at the commons. Gelatina, only 378, and that's 19. So maybe Gelatina and Cora are about the same bang for your buck as far as the commons are concerned. The Tropicanas are they were really like $50 the other day, but because people are renting out space on my fridge for me to advertise and they're paying me in Tropicanas, I think they went a little higher. Now they're $90. So that already kind of moved. And there's a couple of uncommons. There's only 2 uncommons, so I'll go over those real quick. We have Marina. There's 6,000 of them, 197 available, $30 floor. Okay, and Perla, there's 230 available. There's 29. So I would say that Marina is probably the better one, but out of all of them, I think probably Cora. Cora is probably the best in my. But I mean, that 9,000's a lot, but it has a lot of room to grow. So I would say Cora, in my opinion. Hetman says Burger King will have their own NFTs. Interesting. Be Great says lunch on me. Well, thank you, Be Great. Thank you. Hetman says I don't eat there, but I will go there just to get those NFTs. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Be Great says I don't eat fast food. Period. Food that costs under $1 scare me. Organic food for me. Health is wealth. I'm not young anymore. I'm not 20 is what I mean. So yeah, once this year is over, I will end. I can cash out next year. Well, not the whole thing, just like a couple million OMI. be able to set myself up, be able to eat healthily. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I mean, who really knows what's in this, you know? Just says BK slaps, but I don't eat their chicken. Yeah, they do slap. Andrew says Taco Bell in Canada is very underwhelming. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Sorry. Evan says good Burger King. Someone there knows what's up. Good for Burger King. Yeah, Burger King. Sorry, I need to hydrate there. I like it when other companies get really, really into stuff. I think Burger King is a Brazilian company, and I think Brazil is going to be one of those people that are going to be very, very crypto friendly. They are owned by Pillsbury, which I think is owned by a Brazilian company. Or they were owned by Pillsbury, and then a Brazilian company bought them out. So they actually there was this thing a few years ago where people were being mad at Burger King because what they were doing is they based their business headquarters, I think, in Canada, or it wasn't in the US, and people were like, that's un-American. I was like, okay, well, Burger King hasn't been an American company for a long time, well over a decade. And this was in 2014, 2015, because they had a Brazilian company. But they did that because if they're based in America, they have to pay a tax on every burger they sell. But if they're based in Canada or wherever, they don't pay that tax. So why would they stay in America? One, they're not an American company, and two, where they have to just pay more money. That just doesn't make sense. So, but yeah, I do like Burger King. They're I don't even eat there, but just I have a hair on my foot, my sock. Okay, but yeah, they I like them a lot. I like them a lot. I like it when companies are really smart like that. Dylan says, nah, Tony Stark eats it. That's true, he does. I was watching Endgame the other day, and I love it when you could tell, when you see a kid and it's like, mom used to do that. Dad used to do that too. I could tell you're their kid. Where Morgan at the end, she's like, I want a cheeseburger. And I was like, because that first, movie with Tony Stark is all right, two things I want to do. I want to set a press conference, get an American cheeseburger. Let's go. Cheeseburger first. You love cheeseburgers. Yeah. B Grace says, just look at it. Mike Wojo says, Ecto 1 comment just sold out. Yes, it did. Crazy. So I says, sorry you missed my comment. Haha. When we get MTL, big buyers won't be limited by 300. Yes. 100% yes. Big buyers won't be limited by 350 gems at a time. So bigger purchases, lots, will be rolling in. Give the man a prize, Slava. Yes, agreed 1,000%. I missed out on a lucky before at $2,900 because I could not get the gems in fast enough. Then one came up for $3,200. Not happening again. Not happening again. Excuse me. And then I got it. Rob Stone said, do you think there will be anything special about having sub 100 mints? Yes. A lot. Yes. There's, I don't want to say uppity, because I was like this, again, when I was first started collecting Pokemon, and even to this day, first edition PSA 10 or bust. I'm not getting it if it's PSA 9, even though, what's the difference between a first PSA 10 and a first edition PSA 9? What, a tiny bit of whitening on the back that you can't see unless you get really close? Tiny bit of edge wear unless you're really looking at it under scope? There's no difference. You're just paying for the label at that point, but if you want something that's perfect, no flaws, then that's what you got to get. So I guarantee you people with a lot of money are going to come in and be like, oh, no, that's mint number 173. No, nothing for me, but, the lowest of mint numbers. Because I was like that. I'm still like that. When I get back into the Pokemon game, it's not going to be for, I'm not going to be getting first edition PSA 8s. PSA 10s all the way. All the way, baby. What if you can get 10% APY on staked OMI? You cannot. Staking OMI will only give you points in the Master Collector program. It might give you a little thing, a second on drops. If you say oh, hey, for this drop, if you stake 100,000 OMI, you get that's not a lot. If you stake 1 million OMI, you get a free, 2 seconds ahead on the drop. Okay. So people will do that. They'll get perks that way. They won't get more OMI. Yeah. AOP says, man, I was here during season 1 and only putting my money into OMI. Regret not putting. Yeah, same. Soldier USA says, "Hey Randy, do you think when we go to $1, it will be relatively quickly? I think it'll be a slow grind, like 5 cents maybe months, 10 cents many months, 25 cents many months." It depends. It is going to depend, and Taps is going to have to make a third video. He's going to have a second video this week saying a roadmap to 2025, what the price will be, and I cannot wait for that. But it is going to be again, it's what I think. I can't really make another video on that unless I have every variable in front of me, like master collector program, like the OMI utility. How we'll set, like, again, even if they put down lines, hey, these are going to be the rewards for staking, and even though I might be excited about it, maybe somebody else is not excited about it. Maybe somebody that is excited about it is like, oh no, that is not worth it for staking. I don't know. So you really don't know until it's in practice. But I would say when they say they give us the burn rates, when they give us the the buybacks, which I think the buybacks are really just going to be for, hey, there's a whale putting in a giant $100 million sell wall. Oh, it's a good time to buy some back. At that point. But I think for me, I want to wait till I see the Master Collector Program article come out and the OMI Utility article come out to see how much utility we're getting. But rough end of the really, really rough estimates, 3 to 5 cents by the end of the year. I think we hit a penny next year. And then I think 10 cents, honestly, guys, I'll finish this and then I'll go there. I would say 10 cents at some point next year, middle of next year, end of next year, I don't know. And conservatively $1 by the end of 2027. But that's if we still stay with the same circulating supply. Of why I waited to 2027 to say $1 is because the circulating supply would be, let's say 217 billion. That's a $217 billion market cap. But like Henry Pagliuca was saying, okay, well, that's if the market cap stays the same. It is not staying the same. It is not. It's going to go down because we're going to have a lot of burning in the VeVe-Verse. Now, the VeVe-Verse won't come out until next year. March, April next year, first quarter, second quarter, spring, whatever. That will come, and that will give us a lot of utility. But that being said, that's not going to be it is going to be a big factor on why OMI is going to moon, but we have a lot of exchanges. We have a lot more utility. Again, OMI to NFT, just buying NFTs with OMI, that itself is going to burn a lot. Because again, I do not have a ton of money in the bank. I have like $2,000 in both accounts, like total. So if I'm going to spend money on more drops, it's going to be with OMI. I am not going to spend fiat because I just don't have it. And which is good for you guys because then that's just burning more OMI from the circulating supplies. Land in the VeVe-Verse. I do not have a bunch of fiat to do that. From my OMI, I'm going to do that. So yeah, that'll do. But like I said, if we're a penny by next month, which I believe we will be, and then that Bitcoin ETF passes in about a month from now, October 28th, and Bitcoin goes from 45 grand to 100 grand, it doubles. There's no reason that OMI can't 5x minimum, if not 8x. So it's possible we see like 5 to 8 cents by the end of the year. Again, a lot of the growth that should have been happening from March to where we are right now didn't happen because our legs got kind of taken out from underneath us because Bitcoin decided to have a massive correction and lose 60% of its value. So OMI, of course, went down 90%. This is all going to be put into the next couple, like the last quarter. It's going to pump so hard, in my opinion. That's just what I see. This is what I think. Yeah. One Punch Brand says, love everything you're doing for the community. Love you too, One Punch Brand. Hugs. Shaggy Man says, maybe you could buy like a secret rare Spider-Man or Marvel #1 comic secret rare and trade it for Donnie in the future. Donnie isn't popular, so it might get overtaken one day. I think so. I think you're right. I think that, because again, there's 3 people that I know of that have 8 Donnie or more. One has 8, one has like 12, and the other has like 17. And there's just always going to be a supply of Donnie. Because again, that person that has so many, well, they could sell 1 or 2 or 10 and still have a bunch left. So I think there's going to be a steady stream of supply of Donnies for a while. But for a bunch of other people that, like I say, the Professor Utonium gang, that just not going to sell just because they want to watch the world burn. Like they just want to do that. It's like, okay, well, I see what you're doing there. But Donnies, where they have a bunch of them are like 3 people, and they're just they don't care. Well, not that they don't care. It's just like, oh, okay, well, what am I going to do? Not make 50 grand in an afternoon? Yeah, sipping their martini. Heck, I would do that too. Again, that can pay for a lot of charity goals, in my opinion. Me Great says Dr. Doom was $90 2 weeks ago. Now it's $550. It's insane. This bonkers. Soldier U.S. Air Force says I'd like to see a run up like Chills did. Chills did 2 cents to 84 cents in a matter of weeks. It's 48x. Or I'm sorry, 42x. Oh, we did 0.0025 to 0.0013. We did like a 5x over 5x in 13 days back in March. So we could definitely do that again. And again, they've barely advertised the VeVe app with James Bond, the Roger Cowan thing, but they haven't really advertised OMI yet. Paris Hilton follows VeVe. Where Altcoin Daily mentions us a lot, but we don't have that. We haven't had like that major mainstream thing. Like we haven't had like an Ozzy Osbourne, Justin Bieber mashup like they did for that like 4G commercial years back. That's going to come. Maybe not now, but it'll come eventually. Atomic Z06 says, "What about Nurse Death? Oh, Lady Death, hovering under 1K, reasonable or bananas?" I hate you guys. I hate you guys so much. Let's see. Let's take a look at the mints. Let's take a look at okay. A theory of mine, just a theory, that it's not even of mine. I got it on a Reddit post. I forget who it was. It had a name similar to, maybe it was you. Was it you, Atomic Z06? It was like one of Elon Musk's children's name, AEX12, whatever. A Twitter post where they had said, "Hey, wouldn't it be crazy if they said like, oh, you're just like a filthy casual. You only have 1 Batman set. Oh, you have 2. You're still a casual. Oh, you have 3. Hey, you know what? You're cool peeps." And then they had it like, "Oh, you have all 5 Batman black and white sets. You're a cool dude. You were like, you can hang." And then people were just like, "Yeah, what if they did that like with Powerpuff Girls or the Bombshells, because Bombshells are 3, or like Ghostbusters, they have 3 sets. So if they did that with Bombshells, you could take a look and say like, maybe if they did something like that, like have a badge or something, that would give incentive to collect all 3 sets." And there's less than 3,000 of her. Well, the floor right now is $897. So if you buy that and you buy the 900, then suddenly the floor is $930. It's going to take a while for it to break 1,000 because there's just so much between $830 and 1,000. Oh, I'm sorry, $897 and 1,000. So it'll take a while, but there's only 92 left. And then we have Harley Quinn Deluxe 2. It was 6,666. 255 left. That's 210. I'd say it's properly rated right now. But it's not the first series of Bombshells. It's not the first series of... It's not even in Season 1, thank you guys for 80 likes. Now, it is a first appearance of Death, but... And I guess it is censored, because if you go and you look at her, in the hand that's down here, which is like the Arthur hand, where, it's like... she's supposed to have a syringe in that hand, but they took it out because it was deemed not family-friendly. So just that kind of thing of censorship is like, oh, hey... Maybe that could be a historical point. Be like, hey, this is one of the first censored NFTs because it wasn't deemed family friendly enough. With the syringe. I mean, called Death, and you're gonna just... Anyway, I digress. So I'd say it's properly rated right now. Atomic 06. Moving on. Yep. Done on Marvel. There we go. Soldier. Yeah. I would like to see a good run up like that as well. Soldier USA Air Force. But I don't... Half a penny... So from 2 cents to 84 cents would be the same as us going from half a penny to 21 cents in 2 weeks. I don't know what I'd do. It's like $20 million to my name. I don't know what I'd do. I'd go from not have... Could you imagine if that happens? Could you imagine in like 2 weeks we have that meet? Even if it half that and we get to like 11 cents in like 2 weeks, like like 10 cents, worth $10 million. Oh my god! But at 10 cents, there's a couple people with $10 million. They're millionaires. I don't know how many. I would not blame them for cash. I would not. Again, if I just had 10 million, I wouldn't cash out 10 cents. But I wouldn't blame people if they said like, hey, I bought this when it was super cheap, and to get $1 million, I could set myself up for life. I have a bunch of NFTs. I'm gonna get myself a house. I'm gonna get myself a car, and just I can't blame them for like doing. If that makes you happy, go and do it. What makes me happy is, again, I could sell a couple of NFTs right now, and I could be in a nice apartment. I don't even have it. I could go and get sell some OMI. I could get a nice apartment. I could have air conditioning, although I don't really need it anymore because it's kind of the end of September. We're really in fall. I could get a bed. I could get whatever. I'm happier like this because I feel like I'm in the trenches. I feel like, yes, we're doing it. We're struggling together. And we're going to be rich one day. I'm never happier. I've never been happier unless I was like building something and we're like on the move or something. We're all together in something. I don't know how to explain it. I wish I could. I wish I had the words. Maybe my vernacular's not good enough. Only one that says cashing out on DraftKings takes a week. Yeah, same. So only one link. This is for you. 90-minute Patreon member shout out. This was his super chat idea. This ish is bananas. BANANAS. This ish is bananas. BANANAS. Few times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. So ain't no holler back, girl. I know I did it twice in one day, but only one link did the super chat, so he gets to call it out. He calls it out. Hetman says, realistically, $1 in around 4 years, if all goes well, VeVe-Verse needs to be a total success. So right now, let's say if they never announced the VeVe-Verse. Say if they never announced it, and they said, hey, we live in a world timeline where they never announced it, it doesn't exist, we don't have anything about it, and they just say, we're going to be able to give you NFT to OMI. I'm sorry, OMI to NFT. Take your OMI and buy NFTs with it. That itself might be enough. Again, just on other exchanges, just on these. Might not even, like, with the VeVe-Verse, yes, the burn will be potentiated, like, 10x. But I do believe that the OMI to NFT and the multiple exchanges, I think would be enough to get us to that same thing, that $1 in by the end of 2027. VeVe-Verse on top of that, oh God, could you imagine? I don't know. I think a lot of us, I think even me, are really, really going in and being really conservative with this. I think that if we're able to go and burn, get the supply down from 217 billion to like 175 billion. At some point, I'm not saying like in the next few years, but at some point we will reach $5. We're not even $1 trillion market cap. We don't have to hit $1 trillion up to be $5. That's what I'm saying. Soldier USA Air Force says, Randy, my buddy is telling me to sell all my OMI to buy XRP. So XRP will 10x at minimum was to settle this year. Then he says to rebuy. Okay. Full disclosure here. I don't like XRP because the company Ripple does not need it, or the company they don't need it. It is not decentralized at all. However, that being said, I am rooting for XRP on this lawsuit. I am hoping that they win everything. I'm hoping that they're untouched out of this lawsuit, because if that happens, that means that, oh, hey, that's just a win for crypto. Like, an attack on one is an attack on all. So anything going against crypto or against XRP is going against crypto. So I am rooting for XRP in the lawsuit. That being said, it is not decentralized, and I just, again, the company Ripple does not need XRP. But even if your friend is right, and it does 10x after the lawsuit settles, whenever that is, I believe that is not a fair trade-off for what OMI will do, the utility that OMI will have. I do not. One, I believe OMI is going to go higher than 10x, and two, yeah, I would not do that even if I was just looking at all of the data. Even if you were to say like, hey, once this lawsuit settles, we have the chance of 50xing, but a minimum of like 15xing. Just because of the way it is, I would still not do it. Mostly because it's a pain in the butt to try to transfer everything, but also because that is a big gamble. That is a big, because even though I'm hoping for them to win, and let's say let's say the odds are them winning. What if they don't? Like, there's just that chance that they don't. And I'm not telling you to do. I sold everything for OMI. If I were to, originally my whole plan when I retired was to go and sell everything for Bitcoin. But then I found the Akomi team and OMI. I was like, I pivoted. If there was something better than OMI, in my opinion, if I thought like, oh, this has the chance to go higher, this is safer, this is something that has the legs to make it long term, I would have sold OMI and everything for it. But I just don't see it. And I get people every single day, check this out, check this out, check this out. And I do when I can. And I just don't see anything that is as good of a bet, as safe as a bet that will moon higher than OMI. I just don't. With the utility, the safeness. Again, that being said, I am rooting for XRP to win all of that. But I think that's too much risk, and the reward is not high enough for me to do that. If you want to do that, and you'd be like, hey man, I just have this really good feeling, this really gut feeling that the last time I ignored it, I got screwed. By all means, do it. But I would not do that if I were. I'm not doing that. You're telling me that this. Even if you're telling me this can 30x, I'm not doing that. Only in my opinion, is just safer. But that's just what I would do. Where was I here? All right. Yeah, Hetman, I would say that. Mark Hun says only a matter of time before 100K Marvel ones. I think you're right too. I think that'll happen eventually. Because again, somebody let me find this for you, because I've been going over this a couple of times. It was from I have to search. I'm gonna have to search a little bit. From Jeremiah Aoyang. Here it is. It's a chrome squiggle that had sold for 2.8 million. Oh, I'm sorry. It does have the green, red, orange, yellow. Yeah, so it's colors of the rainbow. That's what it is. It's from the Blue Chip Collection Art Blocks Curated. Day and a half ago. Sold for $2.8 million. And how much is that? That is about 945 ETH. I don't know what type of person has that much ETH just lying around to do that. Because again, you have to be liquid. Like, not just, I have stuff in assets. I have a bunch of gold bullion, and I have, a bunch of cars and houses. Like, no, they are liquid for several $1 million. And they just bought that probably just on a whim. That's probably someone that's worth $50 million. Maybe if even just worth 10. I don't know, man. So to say that, these are overpriced. These look like no. When these get on OpenSea, or when we're able to buy these with crypto. Oh God, it's open season. These are all going to get sniped up so quickly. It's going to be insane. Verena Kruger says, imagine only 600 people will be able to complete the Marvel comic #1 set. So what will be the price once we'll be able to sell sets? That's also true. People that don't want to hunt. I mean, again, I've seen this in Pokemon before. People that, now part of the fun is hunting. Say, like, oh, I got this, then I got this, then I got this. But after a long time, like months, if not years of, I got this, like, always constantly on eBay trying to get this, and this. When you say like, oh, for my next set that I want to complete, let's say it took me years to complete the Gym Challenge set. I want to do the Gym Hero set. If somebody has the whole set and I pay a premium for it, done. That saves me time. Saves me a lot of time, a lot of, whatever. Get it all in one, done. Guarantee you when sets are being sold like that, people are just like, yeah, and I don't have to snipe for them. Boom, done. Good point, Farina. One Punch Brand says, just had sold something on VeVe for 800 gems. Feeling good, so I thought I'd share my good energy. Good for you, One Punch Brand. What'd you sell? Tarky Man says, maybe a B&W Batman Series 1 set will equal Donnie in the future, too, because it will be a historic set. Series 1. I mean, let's say right now, I think it's a little less than 10K. Maybe it's like 9K, 8 to 9K for all of them. I could say reaching 20K at some point. Actually, I could see the whole set by itself probably reaching 20. I don't think that would ever equal that one Donnie, because again, there's a lot of them compared to Donnie. I could see between that, the Adventure Times, Series 1 Powerpuff Girl, maybe a bunch of them equaling that. But a lot of people that have Donnie, they already completed most of the sets. Guaranteed. Again, just my opinion. So they would probably need... They would just probably want cash. Or maybe if, cash with a little bit of trade-in. And again, let's say 100K, and got 100K cash. Okay, got 80 cash and $30,000 trade-in. Because typically what you see, at least in Pokemon, if you can't reach that amount with just cash, you don't just say, oh, I'm going to get, 80 grand and then 20 trade-in. No. 30 trade-in. That's just usually the way it works. Crazy Dan 420 says, hit that like button, folks. Yeah, thanks, Crazy Dan. Horse on Jupiter says, did you see the VeVe and Chill on Twitter with 9 secret rare Kang comics? Oh, no, I did not. That's so much money. That's a couple $100,000. It's a house. It's a house. I mean, not in New York, but it's a house. Gooseneck says, Donnie will not be the top NFT in a year. Secret Rare Spider-Man sub 100 will be worth... Oh, that's a good point. That is a really good point. Stuff that... Mint numbers, those will probably be worth higher. But... that won't be the floor. Because again, if you want that, but not... Maybe that's what people are suggesting. I will say that if you have a confirmed sale of something else with a low mint number, yeah, I'll guarantee you that'll happen. And I can't wait to have a sales history button on there as well. Frito69ism says, hype for the X-Men drop tomorrow. Hype. Sorry, Helix says, all right, Randy, here's the lowdown for the Supergirl. I'll take 42,000 OMI with a large spot on the freezer door until Christmas 2022. Well, let me find out how much. All right, so 0.0053 times 42,000. Yes, deal, Star Helix. Star Helix, that is a deal. For a Supergirl, 42,000 OMI and a message me on Twitter your link. All you got to do is go and I don't have any of my trust wallets on me. But I will get it to you. I will get that to you. And yeah, let me know what you want on the fridge, and let me know what you want on the and I will get that to you. That OMI. So yes, that will work out. I will do that. But just go to VeVe, go to the or go to Twitter, message me, and we'll work out the final details there on how we'll transfer everything. But yes, that'll work. Be Great says, Lucky was 900 2 weeks ago. Now the floor is 3,600. Damn, I'm so... Oh, did that 3,500 get sold? Yo, girl, that 3,500 get sold? Yo, girl, that 3,500 sold! Now, if that 3,600 sold, then 38... that's a good time. This is a good time. Gooseneck says, the secret rare tag is bigger than people think. That's why I got my Lucky. So I got it today. Yeah, the only secret rare that I do not have is Captain America. And why I chose Lucky over Captain America is because, one, Lucky, that first appearance is secret rare, but Captain America has a lot of... It was at 3,000 today, now it's at 2,500. So in order for that floor to really move, you have 2,500, 2,600, 2,600, 2,700, 2,700. All right, 29, 3, 31, 31, 32. So if you buy 10 of them, the floor is 3,200. So yeah, yeah, that's what you gotta do. Oh my God, hiccups. Milhams, I'll give you 50,000 OMI for it. Oh, that's true. You don't have a freezer door though, do you, Milham? Yeah. Norin Raz says, agree with Gooseneck that Spider-Man 3D is the first Marvel NFT and first appearance of their most popular character. Yeah, that is true. That is, I do agree. I agree with that 100%. That secret rare, that first appearance, that first yeah, that's I can't wait. I can't wait until the future. I can't wait to see the shakeup with all these prices. Floor's going to the heckin' moon. Milham, indeed. Migray says app is acting up tonight. Interesting. There's a lot of volume on there. Joff Lee says Rebel Duck's video in time lapse clearly shows 95% of all NFTs are at all-time highs. Shout out to Rebel Duck. Yeah, dude, Rebel Duck is one of my heroes. Just going through all of them, it's like, oh my God, this dude's insane. They're great videos. They're great in helping me literally just look at all the data and patterns, and it's like a data analysis wet dreams. Like, oh, thank you guys for 90 likes. That means the world. One Punch Brand's the same. Dean Dynamo says, imagine how much a secret rare Charizard would go for on VeVe. Me and Henry Pagliuca were talking about that the other day on that 4.5 hour stream, and he was saying like, yeah, that's the one I'm really excited for Charizard. I was like, really? But I want Charizard. I think it would be. I hope Charizard is not the secret rare. I hope a secret rare would be something like Mew or Mewtwo or like an actual legendary, like because Charizard. Yeah, you know, those Charmanders are fairly common, so get a bunch of that, you can get Charizard. I hope that it'll be like a Mew, a Mewtwo, even like the legendary birds. You know, Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos. Originally, Arcanine was supposed to be a legendary Pokemon as well. Actually, in the official Pokemon handbook, the first one, his evolution said legendary. So I was like, oh, this would be really cool. And you know how like when I go do like little trivia stuff for like some people that come out, like a James Bond or like a, you know, like whoever, or Throg, the amount of stuff I will go on, like the videos will be like 20 minutes long. Pikachu, here's the theory about this. Here's the theory about that. There's so many different Pikachus. Like, oh, here's a tiny Pikachu before there was Pikachu. You know, like a tiny Pikachu before there were Pikachu, like the baby Pokemon Pikachu. Didn't have baby Pokemon until second generation. Make the argument that Togepi was kind of baby Pokemon, but still an egg. I don't know. I don't know what the secret rare first secret rare Pokemon. A Mew. Like, how cute is Mew? For those of you that do not know, and I'm pretty sure most of you do know. Mew. Look at how heckin' cute my baby is. They're so adorable. That would just, oh God. Depending, like, if there was only 500 of him, 10,000 out the gate that I would pay, and then yeah, I don't care if you think that's too much and they're only going for like 3,000, 5,000, I'll buy a bunch. Unonimus says, do you think we will ever get Pokemon? If so, when? Yes. I'm going to say not until next year, but I do believe we will get them at some point. Gooseneck says, the Hunter is worth less than the Lucky because the Lucky is a secret rare. That is a good point. Even though the Hunter has 888. Yeah, you're right. Just as Taps has me. The picture of Taps, I was like, yeah, I love him. B. Gray says, Hunter looks so... He does. Hunter looks like a hunter. PUBG Nakira YouTube says, when is Immutable X? In 3 days? If it's not by the end of the week, it's going to be very early in October, like first week of October. Red Hot Snack says, Professor Gang, represent. Underrated song. Professor Gang, Professor Gang, Professor Gang. Yeah, Professor Gang is... What was he at? Like 4.4, 4.9 before? 4.6? Honestly, I'm more excited to see the Professor grow than I am for him. And the reason is because, like, this Professor Gang $4,900 for Professor. And again, the reason is just because I love that community sprang up out of nowhere. I like heard rumblings of it like last week, but then over the last couple days, like Prof Gang, Professor, oh, and I was like, oh, that's what I was like, oh. So it's really interesting to see that. And him floor at 11.9, which is great. Bubbles be at 3,400 still. Bubbles, catch up, son. Roberto Brooke says, why did Catwoman Batgirl sell out today? That's the machine. There is a machine in VeVe that I don't know why. I don't know what's going on, but it catches fire. Somebody's like, oh, somebody's buying up, and that creates FOMO, and then I become part of it too. The only reason I didn't, and again, the Ecto 1 sold out today as well, that common. The only reason why I didn't buy it is I didn't even have enough gems. I only have 29 gems left. I'm broke AF. Yeah. Granison Crawford says, with collecting, it is a long game because the more people on VeVe, the more scarce things become. Flipping is short gains, but just a different vibe. Yeah, that you nailed it right on the head. And I got like Sandlot feels like, heroes live forever, but legends never die. Flippers make short gains, but hodlers make the most. Something like that. Yeah, I agree 100%, Granison. The OP says, did someone really sell a Donnie for $70,000 today? They did. That sale was confirmed. They got it done. Yeah. So anyone trying to look for, I'll pay you, again, when that $70,000 was up there, it would be commonplace. People, yeah, I'll give you 30,000 cash, 50,000 cash, whatever. No more. No more. If you want that 100K Donnie, be prepared to try to offer the last price point, 70,000 cash. Maybe you could find someone that'll sell it for less, but on the app, again, that 100 is there. One, I don't even know how you get $100,000 on the app, 100,000 gems on the app. But if you have that there, they're expecting that either to get bought or they're not going to list it unless they go and they say, hey, I'm okay with this being sold. They probably have a couple. And if somebody, actually, let me go to that Donnie and let me see, 8 for sale on the market. There's 100K. Owner is Marco Savic. And if I go to their thing, the account is private, so I can't even go in and see if they have a Telegram or say if they have a Discord or whatever and try to negotiate. It's just right there. If let's say the owner of that Donnie, and let's say if I had more money, was in New York City, be like, hey, listen, last price was 70K. Can I give you 65 grand cold storage crypto? Would that work for you? And I'd just try to negotiate, fully expecting to pay like minimum 80 grand, if not more. So yeah, hardcore stuff. Astrotomic says, difference between VeVe-Verse and Earth 2. Earth 2 is going to be a play to earn crypto. I don't think VeVe-Verse will be that. Earth 2 also, it's a 1-to-1 scale of Earth. So it's the biggest metaverse out there. VeVe-Verse won't be that big, but that's kind of the beauty of it. There's going to be a finite amount of land, and it's going to be insane. And the land drops will be a little more fair. Like I guess it's as fair as country drops in Earth 2 are insane. People all trying to get certain spots on there for really, really cheap. And not everyone's able. I'm usually never able to do it, but some people usually are. So I would say that the differences, but again, right now there are really no NFTs that you can put on the Earth 2 thing. There are, the eggs for the Easter eggs that they did, and they have NFTs of me, NFTs of, Wraithax, of Predict, of like Nameless, E2 Meta, Aria Realty. So there are of people, and they do bear that Earth 2 logo, which means that, they are official Earth 2 NFTs. But that will be, what do you call it? Those are going to be the big differences right now. Red Hot Snack says, new to the Professor Gang, but bought a few months back. There you go, buddy. There you go. Gooseneck says, the big question is when we will see $1 million VeVe NFT sold. I think it'll happen in the next year, 6 months. Will happen in the next 6 months. Yeah, probably. I don't know what it would be. Probably be a comic. If I had to guess, it'd probably be a comic. Probably that Marvel #1. But honestly though, the Marvel #1, If we go to Henry Pagliuca, I think he has the lowest mint, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, oh, Marvel. Yeah, no, that secret rare, that first mint, he has that. He's not selling. Even if somebody offered him $1 million for it, I don't think he'd sell. So he doesn't need the money. So they won't be able to get that. That's a good point. What would it be? I don't know. Because it probably won't be that Marvel Secret Rare, because Henry Pagliuca has that lowest mint one. So I would say, geez, what would it be? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it hasn't been made yet. That would be my thing. It might be a secret rare that hasn't been made yet. It might be like a secret, maybe a secret rare Pokemon or a secret rare like Mario Nintendo thing. I don't think it would be a James Bond. We'll have to see. The OP said, "Oh snap! Just checked a Comey wiki, and a Donnie did sell for $70, 70,000. Apparently, it sold like today too. I don't know if it did. Another one sell for there? Let me know about that." Red Hot Snack says, "Marvel 1 secret rare? Yeah, that one." Says, "July was a great time to buy collectibles. Price discovery on lots of them was still in the process." Nice. See Me says, "Finally got my Germain set to number 311 and below with the golden rabbit. I feel like I drank a 20-pack of Red Bull." Good for you. Peter VDB says, "Rare Harley Quinn from Black and White set hits 2.6K. Oh, the red, black, and red, white, and black, white, and red. And only 40 for sale and 25 hundo. 25 hundo for those two. That is the floor for that one." Kurt says, "Curious, what was your first NFT you bought on VeVe?" I think it was the Ice King, and I did that because my megacity in Earth 2 is in Antarctica, and a lot of people call me Ice King from there. And I was like, okay, it makes sense for me to get one of those. And then I also, for Adventure Time, I love the Ice. I love that whole thing with Marceline, the Ice King, and just feels. So yeah, I think that was my first one, if I'm not mistaken. Only one link with that $5 super chat, and I did that. The requesting the Gwen Stefani Hollow Batgirl for my next Patreon member shout out, which I did at the hour 30 mark. And I also realized that I'm literally like 45 minutes behind on comments. I'm gonna try to get running here. Punch Brand, once you cash out a little bit, you'll be able to afford healthy food. Yes, next year. Vladimir Columbet says, "You think?" Oh god, hiccups. "Coin will dip after immutable and instantly go up. Instantly go up." Yo P says, "Whoa, Burger King is not American?" It's not. Gunther Heisenberg says, Pump Slimer. I guess the only good thing I could say about Slimer, well, not the only good thing, is that he's one of the first, and he's the first interactive NFT. Well, technically, it's the Ghost Trap that is the first interactive, but he's part of that. It takes two to tango. He's that one that interacts with them. But it is very hard to collect that set, because that Platinum NFT, that Platinum Ghostbusters NFT is just, it's so much money. So that's why it's very hard to pump that, for me to pump that set, because you can't complete it. It's very, very, very hard. Inverto says, "Get your body used to eating garbage food like cockroaches. You'll be able to survive anything." I actually did eat a cave cricket once in Kuwait. Deployments do different things to you, and I was just like feeling animal. And then this guy, I won't say his name, was like, "Oh, yeah, Chavez, bet you're not man enough to eat a cave cricket." And then I was like eating it right in front of him, and I was, again, deployments do weird things to you, and I was just like, and he's like, "Whoa, hey man." And I was like, I'm sorry, just get, and then it was back to like normal after that. Yeah, deployments do weird things to you. So I have eaten those in the past. I ate a cricket once. I was working at an animal hospital, and this girl had, she bought crickets for her frogs. I said, "Hey, would you like one?" I was like, "To eat?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay." And I ate it, and I was like, "Oh, not bad." And then Frontina was like, "Ew." I was like, "Ah, what? What?" I feel like I've done a lot of Mark Anthony recently. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. All right, moving on. Put it down. Ray Grenade says, we are burning so much OMI right now. Yes, we are. Z-Mix says, avoid banks, buy Apple gift cards. I hate banks. Michael Diggs says, what's up, Chavez? Yo, what up, Michael? How's it going? How's it going? Atomic06 says, $5 super chat. What about Nurse Death hovering under $1,000? Reasonable or bananas? I would say that's properly rated right now, which she's at. It's like $8.30, $8.99, whatever. I think that's pretty well rated for right now. Dan K says, Catwoman vault handle in the wrong spot. Let me see. Let me take a look-see at this Catwoman vault handle. DC cover girl. Okay, Catwoman. Yeah, probably. I would say so. That is an interesting place. It's usually a little more to the center, not up on the top left. Fat Tony is definitely not censored. No, you see him in all of his man booby glory. One Punch Man says, just sold an ultra rare Enterprise for 800 gems and a rare Borg cube for 140, and use those gains to get a sub 1,000 gem Ultraman secret rare. Good play. I think that was a great play. Ultraman is like Japanese or Asian Superman, and when China gets in, yeah, that Ultraman is gonna pump it up. Janae Rangel says, Randy, you are very humble. Thanks, guys. I try. Well, I mean, I'm just humbled a lot. There's a lot of people better than me out there at many, all different things. Like, I just came from the gym where everyone is just like jacked and just, you know, no, like they have abs, like they have no gut, like they have bigger legs, they have good butts. And I was like, oh, man, I wish I could be like you guys. Like, and I could if I just buckled down and did the work. I just haven't. I've been pretty busy. And of course I'm eating Taco Bell a lot. And yeah, just people are just so much smarter than me. Like, I was over with my friend Mark's the other day with my girlfriend, she's a veterinarian, and my friend Mark is a veterinarian, and they just talk like veterinarian stuff, and I could understand like every fourth word because I was in the field back in the day, and I was like, there's just people are just gonna be smarter than me. Like, there's just I've just accepted it. And it's yeah. So I'm just around people that are a lot of, I don't know, can do things that I can't, which is good. You should always strive to be around those people because I think it helps make me better. I think. Lord of the Realms is 100 million OMI burned today on a no heckin' way. Oh, happy Tuesday, guys. Let us go to the Twitter, and let's go to the OMI daily. Oh, it's got to be a Comey daily burn, right? The Comey daily burn says, oh my god, no heckin' way. I need a second. So we have burned 99,700,902 OMI today. What the actual fudge? Like, what the cheese and crackers? That's Comey's like, that's a lot of OMI. Yeah, I can't wait for buybacks. A lot of Catwomen's and Batgirls. Oh my god, that is. Oh my god, I need to like do a lap. I need a second. This is why I would not sell for XRP. Well, I wouldn't sell for anything right now. I wouldn't. Again, just on the cusp of just greatness, like my Lady Gaga, because we're on the edge of glory. Yeah. And Soldier USAF says, Randy, my buddies tell me to sell all my XRP. So the XRP will hit 10x minimum once they settle this year. Then he says to rebuy. Again, even if they were to go 30x, like, you know, if they win the lawsuit and they 25, 30x, just the risk is too great, and who knows where OMI goes. No. I would not. Again, by all means, you do what you feel is right, but for me, I would not. Like, if you were to say, like, hey, Chavez, I'm going to give you $20,000 just to do that, $50,000 just to do that, Say, like, hey, no. Whatever happens, happens, and I'll give you $50,000 on top of that. No way. No heckin' way. Sharky Man says, I burned 100 million OMI today. I had it on my secure wallet, and I put it on the barbecue. I see what you did there. The OP says, XRP may 10x, but OMI can 100x or more. Yeah. I mean, OMI will 100x at one point, because, I mean, that's given us to, what, 50 cents? 55 cents? I mean, I don't expect that to get that, by the end of this year, but, in the next couple years, yeah, that makes sense. The OP says, yep, just read that. Gooseneck says, get a new friend. OP's laughing, same as me, so get a new friend. Dan K says, where do you see how much OMI is burned? So there's two different places. One, there will be OMI daily burn. They'll go and say every single day. And the other place will be, hey, where'd it go? Token.veve.me. And what they'll do is they'll say, okay, well, how much is in the reserve wallet? How much is in the vault? And how much is in the burn wallet? So we burned 13.9 billion OMI. And there'll be soon be 14 billion OMI. So that's good. Ooh, I forgot. Going into Earth 2. I'm going to grab my jewels. 72 jewels claimed on Earth 2. Heck yeah. And I have a 11,000 essence. I'm going to get ether, 685 ether. Again, Earth 2 has been bananas when they go and they just... Wait, what the heck? Oh, yes, transform into essence. Yes. Transform into essence. Why isn't it transforming? I will figure that out later. All right, moving on. Opie says, Google OMI token burn now. Timothy Skinner says, what's up, Randy? Thanks for always sharing OMI, our homie. Yes, of course. I love you guys. Crystal Strauss says, hey, Randy, there's an E2 event. I'm late to the party. And congrats on 107 million. Thank you. Yeah, so Crystal Stroud, let me give you the dates real quick. It's going to be next year. July 16th. It's a Saturday. 16 July is the Earth 2 Summit. Me and Snoke are going to be there. Everyone, My Name is Human podcast. We're going to try to get Nameless and Tech Ops there. I'm going to drag Aria Realty. There's just going to be a bunch of people there. We're going to have charity boxing matches. We're going to be live streaming. It's going to be really fun. So I can't wait. Wraithax will probably be there as well. Propaganda says, thanks for dropping into my Twitter space earlier. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get into more Twitter spaces. Unfortunately, sometimes a couple go on at the same time. And again, I do spend a good deal, at least 20 to 25% of, at least 20% of my waking hours on YouTube, either videos or live streams. So the rest going on Twitter, and I just have a little bit of life that I got to live. So yeah, I do try. I'll try harder. Dan K says, Joe, mad undervalued. Which Joe? Devansh Sangvi says, OMI just took over Engine by market cap. Really? I don't know why this this ether is not transforming. Oh, there it is. 12,000 essence now. What is the company's market cap right now? Oh, 1.2 billion. Very nice. Which again is nothing. Nothing. C-Spell says, congrats, that Henry interview was clutch. Yeah, dude, that was so much fun. It was like 4.5 hours, but it was good. It says, now that you've hit 100 million plus, do you have different recommendations for the minimum people should get? Well, I think the goal should be really a million, depending on your budget, what you can get. If you're making like 100K a year and you got 50K chilling in the bank, oh, dude, get like 5 million. Get like, get as much as you can. Especially if you're, just banking money. Heck, if I was making, I'd clear my bank account out. I did clear my bank account out for this, and I have no new money coming in, so it's a double whammy. But if you go in and say like, yeah, try your hardest. Like me and Star Helix, we're gonna get him to 1 million OMI. He's getting it. Like I've not today because it's already Tuesday. So we'll get that to him, and yeah. So good times. And he also just said, sounds good, my dude. But yeah, even if you can only get 500,000 OMI, even 100,000 OMI. At one point when we reach $1, that's $100,000, and I guarantee you, if you can only afford 100,000 OMI, you probably have never had $100,000 before, and that's an almost impossible task for most people, even in America. Like that's not easy to do, and you could do that within this decade. That's powerful. That's incredible. That's real money. That's not like, oh, hey, I got an extra $1,000 for doing this, deed, doing this extra whatever. It's not 10,000. Like that's most people's salaries. Some of it's like 2 salaries. Like for that, it's crazy. So yeah. Sorry, Haley says sounds good. One Punch Man says Lucky also completes a set by itself. That's also true. Only completed set I have. Nice. So you still got one. One Punch Man. See me says Golden Rabbit number 311, holding for years. That's my hodler buddy. So Slava says rewind logo 1.4K. I got one. Because I don't really see myself getting the pride because it's just so much money. That might be one of the things that I would sell just to complete another set. I don't know what I could complete. I would have to sell that and then put in another, $1,200 to get the Captain America Secret Rare. That's right now, and I bet that goes back up to 3K by the end of this week. Yeah. Brendan Z says, I'm here in case you miss me, Omi homies. Brendan's owie! I hit my hand on the tooth, and now I'm gonna get poisoned because that's what basilisks do. So I'm gonna cry about it. Moving on. Yeah, we do miss you, Brendan Z. Wait, I thought Labbit Season 2 was October 2nd. Why is someone saying the 7th? No, it is the 2nd. I don't know why someone's saying the 7th. So it says, I messaged you on Twitter. I got to go for the night. But yeah, you have a good one. Goodbye, Star Helix. Thank you. Meow, 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 meow. Brendan Z says, someone bought a Donnie with 70K cash. Well, it was with gems. I remember when they thought that the guy was stupid for spending 27 racks on a pony. Non-fungible, wonderful banger song. Dude, Non-Fungible Wonderful is my G. Where's he been? I haven't seen him in a little while. I love that man. Kurt says, once Marvel collectibles hit 6 figures, it's not even worth it selling on VeVe because there's a near 10% fee. That's true also. You have 2.5% from VeVe and 6% from Marvel, or 6.5, whatever. So it's a lot. But doesn't OpenSea charge like 10% also? I think. So it might actually be better to sell on. I don't know, unless you just say, oh no, just do it like outside. Just give them crypto to their Coinbase or whatever exchange, and then you just transfer it to them. Yeah, it's possible too. But again, you that type of money, you have that risk of getting like, Gunther Heisenberg says once VeVe drops the 1 out of 1, those will go for millions. I can't even imagine. That. Ramsey says, just wait till people miss out on the Master Collector exclusive NFTs. Yeah, that's true too. If they have that you can only get if you're in the Master Collector program. Those I would love to get, and I would not sell those. Those would be part of my museum also. Like if they're so rare, like you gotta get some of those. You gotta. Life Vacation says, finally got some OMI today. Slowly becoming an OMI millionaire. Get it, Life Vacation, get it. T-Spill says, what's the misprint in the Avengers comic? It's like a double cover. I forget which one it is. I think it's the Kang version. Yeah, Brendan sees it just double cover. Carlos Carvalho says, bought the Human Torch like 2 weeks ago for 30 gems. Now the floor is 60. Awesome stream as well, Chavez. Take care. Goodbye, Carlos. T-Spill at Brendan Z, thanks. Althan Zane says, Kang has 2 covers. Yep. Brendan Z's like crickets. Singing Let It Go 2 times in one day, Randy. Oh, man, did I do it this morning? I'm sorry. Sorry for being sus. Ty McDonough says, you're still good at math, at least. That's true. I am. Also, Ty McDonough is one of the people that I'm talking about where I'm just around people that are smarter than me, and he's just one of them. He's like... He doesn't have an eidetic memory, but it's pretty heckin' close. And he's just really good at writing, and he's good at just character breakdown. He's very good, very creative. He's got this weird thing with like Google Sheets, putting like his favorite superheroes and people's names and like his children. But outside of that, he's one of the smartest people I know. Sorry for putting you on the spotlight there, Ty. Brenzy says, we burning crazy OMI in the secondary. We are. Jesse Solorzano says, I'm waiting for my 2 Ethereum to go up before transferring them to OMI. Too risky? I think Ethereum could be 10K by the end of this year. That being said, OMI's gonna that's what, like a 4x for Ethereum, where not even OMI will go up much higher. I've already taken my Bitcoin out and I put it into OMI, so that's just what I'm doing. If I had more ETH, boom, I'd put it right into OMI. That's just what I would do. Not telling anyone else to do that. Timothy Skinner says, "What's your options on Batgirl and Catwoman, possibly late bloomers?" Opinions on them? I don't know. I mean, I bought an additional Catwoman and a Batgirl because the floor was running out, and it's like, okay, well, 50 gems for this Catwoman, and there's someone for like 60 on the market. Why would I not buy one? So I bought a second one, and now there are 90 gems on the market. So I could sell that and make a quick like $35 if I wanted to. But I don't really need the gems right now. And Batgirl, again, I bought for 40, and now they're 50. So it's a good deal. Good deals all around. Kurt says, Todd might finally reach 2K today. Really? Well, I guess it's today. It's past midnight. And I'm almost done on comments, thank God. Because so Todd McFarlane Batman is 1,800, but it's got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more have to be bought in order for that to reach a 2K floor, so maybe. Yuri DeVilla says, bro, get the Pride. It's potentially historically significant. It probably is, but I just don't have the $8,000 to put into it right now. I remember like a month ago, at $1,400, a little too expensive. Maybe I'll get it at another point when I have more money. Boy, was I wrong. Now it's so much money. Oh, $7,300, not as bad. This price could be cut in half. Go to $3,650, and see, Ty, fast math, and I would still be like, listen, it's a lot. I got the lucky for that because it's or a little bit less than that, but I don't have any more money. I don't have anything to sell. Like if I get that Pokemon thing, I would only get Pride just to sell it because again, it's not going to be that in that first first season. So why I'm debating on potentially selling my Rewind Collective logo is because I could, getting $1,200 for it, I can do other things with that. I can get other stuff like that's just so much. The reason why I want to get Dragon Girl so much, and I've only mentioned her like twice today, is just because it's $4,800 for it, $4,900 for it, and that's in season 1. So I'll get them. I'll get Dragon Girl eventually. I'll get the Ghostbusters logos. I'll get Donnie eventually. I know. Honestly, all these are probably gonna have to spend $500,000 just on those, just on Donnie and the Ghostbusters logos, because they're just gonna go up, and there's some that I might not be. There's some I might not even be able to get just because there's so many people like, nah, man. They spent let's say like 10 ETH on it, or even 10 ETH is nothing. It's $30,000. They spent like 30 ETH on it, and they have 100 ETH. They're like, I don't need any money. Yeah. Messiah says, are you ready for the job? What job? Like the drop tomorrow? The drop in like, I have to be up for in like 10 hours. I'm going to stream again in the morning. I don't know what job I'm talking about. Sora says, been here since February. Love watching the growth and love this community. Bought some Batgirls today. There you go, Sora. There you go. Only one link. So will you stake all your OMI on VeVe or still keep your wallets? I think they need more than email to verification on VeVe. They should also use Google Authenticator. I heard rumors of FUD hacked VeVe accounts. There have been VeVe hacks, but they all get corrected eventually. I wouldn't have all of it on there. I would stake, like I said, I'll stake 52 million because that's 1 million a week. I'll do that. Have the rest on exchanges, have the rest on trust wallets, that type of thing. That's probably what I'll do. But yeah, I wouldn't stake all of it. That'd be a lot. Bert the Jerk says, will you have to pay capital gains tax for selling your collectibles on VeVe? If you transfer out, yes. If you transfer that to your Coinbase, because Coinbase is like Big Brother, man. They report everything. So yes, Bitforex does not report to the IRS. So That being said, I think everyone should pay their taxes. Full disclaimer here. I would pay taxes. I would show, even if I had a Bit4X, I would show my accountant, hey, this is what I got on Bit4X, and pay those. Why? Why? Because if by some chance the IRS comes and they, I've had clients that have been audited. It's just a lot of, what do you call it? It's just a pain in the butt. You're always on their radar. It's just, life's under a microscope and your life is hell. 12 months, 18 months, whatever. Yeah, it's rough. Bird the Jerk says, will you have to pay? Yeah. So you'll pay capital gains if you transfer to your Coinbase or transfer money to your account. But if it's just on the VeVe app, you shouldn't. And I was just talking to a tax prep guy the other day, and he said, no, if you use your OMI, and me and Dan Lee were talking about this, but no, I talked to a tax prep guy yesterday or 2 days ago. Says no, if you take one crypto and you buy another and you're not cashing out, you don't pay capital gains on that. So done. Taking my OMI, I'm buying everything. Buying everything. Mr. A says everyone should own a season 1 Powerpuff Girls set. They still cheap, won't last long. The series 1, yes, agreed. Kurt says waiting for a black cat for my Spider-Man. Yeah. Felicia. Claudia Miranda says debating if I should trade Cardano for OMI. If I had Cardano, I would have, and I like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Binance Coin, Solana, CRO, but I don't have any of them. Sold them all for OMI. Kurt says Bird Jerk 916 possibly on Twitter Spaces today. What does staking mean exactly? For it just means that your OMI will be locked up for a certain amount of time, let's say a year. Or they say like, hey, I'm going to choose to. I'm going to choose to stake 1 million of my OMI, and it means that it's just locked up for a year, and they have it on the time clock. You can't access it for a year, and it'll give you perks or benefits for doing that. And that means that it's not available in the circulating supply. So that's what it means. And there are some things that are proof of work or proof, like Bitcoin thinks proof of work, and I forget what's proof of stake. Like if you're staking it, it's proof that things are working. That I don't actually know the Webster definition, but it's basically locking your crypto up for 6 months, a year, or 2 years, whatever, and it's just not available. Mark D says, in what year does the first 1 billion VeVe sale happen? I don't know if that'll ever happen. Is a billion? Never. Mark D says, never is a long time. I mean, you could make the argument that if somebody sells their VeVe account and they have 500 million OMI in there and a bunch of NFTs, and at the time it's worth like $2, then maybe that, but it's a lot. Heaven says every trade from crypto to crypto is a taxable event. Been there, done that. Even if you don't cash out, per my CPA. Okay, so maybe it depends on what state you're in. So I may the dude just isn't good at his job. Maybe he lied. I don't know. I will have to ask many accountants about it, because that's all right. It could depend on state. It could just be I was misinformed. I don't know. Guys, can I get 100 likes? That'd be great. 2 away. Yuri Davila says, just pay your taxes and sleep well at night. It's what I do, although paying taxes hurts. Going on. As in RAR says, doesn't exchanges that need KYC will have to report to the IRS even if the exchange doesn't provide you tax reports? Well, Bit4X is a Chinese company, so they don't report anything. But they're also not KYC, so yeah, you're right. Absolutely correct. Moonboy says staking is a security mechanism that rewards the user who is staking the coins with more coins. Most of the times, a lot of times it is with more coins. OMI will not have more coins. OMI will just be perks in the Master Collector program and stuff like that. So I stake my OMI for a drop. Do you know if it will also apply for the next drop? I don't know. We're going to have to wait for that list to come out. What I think they would do is I think it would just be, hey, if you want to stake a certain amount of OMI for this drop, stake a certain amount of OMI, and I think that would incentivize people to just stake a lot, and it also helps people, like, again, if there's, 4 drops a week, and I'm staking, let's say, if somebody's staking 500,000 OMI per drop, it's 2 million a week. That's a lot of OMI that they're staking. That's just, you're not going to be able to do every drop like that. Mark D says, first trillionaire projection 2026. More will then follow. Elon Musk, maybe. There are theories that because of the way Vladimir Putin runs things, and he takes a little off the top of everything in Russia, that he might have close to $1 trillion just because, when you've been running a country where you kill your political opponents for like 20 years, there's a decent chance you're making a butt ton of money. Plenty of banks and financial institutions have $1 billion available. Mark D is correct. That's true. That's true. Some people won't let you in the door unless you have $100 million to your name, and that's not really a lot to some people. Side by Side Gamer says floor on Lucky was 3.9 thousand earlier. I tried to sell and swap for Professor. Then a bunch of Luckies went on the market. Couldn't make the swap. Worst part is that Professor was edition number 76, only 4K. Oh damn! Damn, that was a sub 100. Hang on one sec. I gotta let my friend Erica know I am streaming. Hang on one second. Take pictura. Be like, oh, hello. Let's see how that worked out. Sorry, still streaming. Ha 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 ha. I'm moving on. Side by side. Yeah. Oh man, that's such a low mint. Carter says, thanks, Randy. Renzi says, can't wait to see some Venom NFTs to go along with Carnan. Dude, that would be insane. All right, guys, that is about it for me. I do have to go. I'll be free to talk in a second. Free to talk in 3 minutes. Homeboy says, I wonder why Henry the Gemfather Pagliuca said he wasn't going to go for the drop tomorrow. Forget about it. I don't know why. I'm not 100% sure. But guys, that is it for me. My voice is very, very tired. I think I might just text my friend because my voice is not... Mark D says, thanks. This was awesome. Yeah, this is a nice 2.5 hour event. And I'll be live again in... All right, it's 12:26, 11... I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... I will be live again in 10 hours for the drop at about 10:30. So everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comment, how can you stream for so long without having to pee? I streamed for 4.5 hours the other day with Henry, and I did not pee. I don't know, and I normally have to pee like every 2 hours. And I drank a lot of water. Oh, I did pee twice. I peed when I got home, peed right before the stream. Because I had a protein shake as well after the gym, so yeah. Carter says, how can you... Oh, yeah. Moonboy says, bye. Time Tona says, woof, woof, woof. Roby1 Kenobi, I love you. Chris, good night, everyone. Good night. Have a good night, Big Dog. Bye-bye, Dashy. And, goodbye to Veve Vault and at Hey David Don. All right, guys, goodbye. Meow, meow. Thank you for 110 likes. That means the world. Meow, 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 meow. Last Patreon member shout-out. Oh, ya, di, oh, ya, baila. Vivir, vida, la, 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 la. Voy a vivir, voy a gozar, vivir mi vida, la, 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 la. Good night, guys. Good night, every pony. Good night. Meow, meow, meow. Omar, meow.